Hello, everyone. Hopefully, it's working this time around. Apologies for the confusion, and if you're watching this later and have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are here with the lovely crew from the Unearthed Arcanum. Everybody, I know you already did this, but once again, can you take a look at the camera, wave, and say hi?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Good. See, perfect. It's even better this time. I think this is it. This is the take we'll take. Hoping it's working. If someone can check on that while I'm going through this. But welcome. For those that have no idea what's going on, we are a D&D live stream that run every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday with 4 parties. Obviously, this is the Friday campaign. If you didn't know, this is the date that you are watching. This is the date of Friday. Anyways. This is one of 4 parties existing, breathing, living, dying, leaping, falling in the beautiful, wonderful world of Imea. These 4 parties exist at the same time, relatively speaking, and in the same general place, the wonderful world of Imea, as I mentioned before. There is a lot of fun stuff that can kind of go into that with one campaign affecting another one, especially seeing as there are 2 campaigns right now that are in the same city. Exciting. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun. So if this is your first time here, I hope you enjoy it. Welcome. Just a couple of announcements. First and foremost, I've already done some of this already, so I apologize for those that are playing right now. But the Shadows of the North Shore, our Candela Obscura homebrew game that we've been trying to get running for a little bit now, is still looking for players. However, what we're going to do, what we're doing this time around for this month of March, we are adding one-shots for those who have never played a Candela Obscura game. First off, for those who have no idea what Candela Obscura is, it is a cosmic horror game designed by the people over at Darrington Press and Critical Role. It is a high stakes, creepy horror themed game with a huge amount of introspection and some fun RP mixed in with some very easy rule set of some dice rolls and things like that that we had a lot of fun with when we play tested it back in September. So for our version of it, we call it Shadows of the North Shore. It's taking exactly the same everything about Candela Obscura. The only thing that we're changing is the setting of it, putting in kind of a real world spin, placing it in the year of 1901 in a place that is near and dear to my heart, the North Shore of Massachusetts. So this for this month, the Saturdays of the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd, we are running one-shots for those who are interested in trying out Candela Obscura or Shadows of the North Shore for the first time. For those that are interested, I will be putting the link for both the campaign and the one-shots here in the private chat, as well as those in the for those who are watching on YouTube, it's in the video description below. I assume we are working now, gang, right? Awesome. Sweet. So Saturdays and Sundays are our one-shots. As I said before, the Saturdays for most of this month is going to be kind of set for Candela Obscura, but we also have a couple of D&D one-shots that I would recommend checking out if you are interested in running and playing a game where I'm running. And who knows, maybe a couple people will be jumping in here. I believe, actually, and then also, if you're interested in supporting the channel, best way to do so in pretty much any YouTube channel on it is following, liking, subscribing, all that jazz. It does actually help out a lot. So if you like what we do and you want to just try to contribute to the scene as easy as possible, it would be just clicking that button wherever that is. I think it's over here. I think it's over there. But I can't remember. You get it. You'll find it. Cool. So before we begin tonight, we need to get a little bit of a recap of where we left off. And I do not know who's doing the recap.
Right here.
Awesome. Cool. Dan, please take it away.
This is Agent Io reporting in for the update of our operation in Dare's Wharf. Our undercover mission to acquire both components for a portal to the Feywild and to find a redacted person's daughter, led us to a back alley apothecary, of which the redacted individual, codename Iliar, told us is the best one in the city. Our compatriot Alistair did not want to go in initially, but he does not know the way of a city such as this. So, with a bit of coaxing, especially from codename Marie, he managed to find his way in the store. So, Marie and the rest of the men entered inside of this apothecary, which didn't seem to have a person at first, but had different little pools of mist floating about. So we decided to stock up ourselves on healing potions, sleeping potions. Then, when we automatically assumed there was no one there, a voice popped into our minds, the voice of Zephyr, the proprietor of this shop, who did happen to be, in fact, an air elemental. Thus, the mist we were picturing was actually an entity, since they don't want to be called a person. We bantered back and forth a bit, and it seems Al might have asked for this entity to mix for him some type of concoction that could suppress things from his mind, but this is not made information that the rest of the group is aware of yet. Alright. Then from there, we also managed to acquire a shadow fern, one of the needed ingredients for our portal to the Feywild. After which, we gathered up our things and exited the shop, and then we cut away to what the girls were going on their undercover mission. Codename Iliar and codename Veronica for now had found their way to the dress store, which was used to... It does basically very high quality fakes. Well, not really fakes, but not, the real upscale material. And the proprietor of this place, a Vesper, a beautiful tiefling woman, was the one who hooked them up with their dresses. While they were there, Gwen caught the eye of a young Genasi holy man, it seemed to be. Not in a romantic sense, but in a different sort of sense. I think that's not the last we're going to see of such a gentleman. As well as one of the new members of Hadrian's gang, a brunette woman, struck up a conversation with Veronica for now, and codename Iliar. You could definitely see they were doing a little bit of that covert shadow bullying or what have you between each other. And a lot of fakeness was to be had to glean as much information as possible. The woman definitely seems to plan on doing the trashy thing of upstaging the wedding that's to come by wearing a white and gold wedding dress, or white and gold dress to appear to be stealing the star of the show. After they ended up getting their dresses, make sure they fit, make sure they can walk in their heels, they left the store. As we, the guys, were on our way to find them, we ended up in the market stall. Initially, we're looking for some food, so Little Man could try out his new season packet that he had picked up in the apothecary. Mama Marie ended up getting a little distracted by the mutton, and that got a lot of her attention until we ended up finding our way into a bowman's shop where Nalani, who unfortunately does not have a code name, ran into the proprietor of this shop, a halfling named Lyra. And one thing we never would have thought happened, seems like he struck up a bit of an emotional attachment to such a woman, and we might have an inn in this wedding should we choose. After we finally tricked Nalani into moving out, we made our way to a magic shop where it seemed we've been followed by a man in a hood. Noticing things and trouble might be going down soon, Iliar managed to move us on along, and we find ourselves inside the magic shop. Mama Marie tried to sit outside with Iliar, however, codename Veronica for now, did not understand what situation was actually going to be going down, so ended up tearing her inside, revealing my disguise. We find
Tearing your
ourselves
insides.
tearing me outside of my disguise, revealing myself. Within the store, we find ourselves in Nine Secrets, and the proprietor of this magical shop is none other than a heterochromic cat named Nine, from which we end up getting some magical items, an immovable rod, a mask that might be a little bit more of a useful disguise than the Mama Marie facade had on. And as we make our way to leave, everything is on fire, everybody's dying, and Iliar is nowhere to be seen. I might be being a little bit hyperbolic with everyone dying, but we shall see.
All right. Very nice. Thank you, Agent IO. Awesome. So I think we are good to jump in. Anything we're missing? All right. Cool. So before we jump into what has happened in regards to everyone who was in the Nine Secrets, we need to take a step back and figure out what happened to Siobhan. Siobhan, as they are inside the shop, you are guarding, right? Trying to remain kind of stealthy, but also occasionally probably making glances at the figure that you noticed seems to be casing something. Roll me a separate perception check.
That's about how I thought I'd roll tonight. That's an 8.
An 8. Okay. As you're watching, you notice a figure walk up, a small gnome. Black hair, not one that you particularly recognize. Has like some thick sort of like lamb chops coming over the side. You notice that he's dressed mostly in black, but has like a kind of like a red shirt, kind of like tunic underneath, with a bunch of just straps all around. You see him not look at the peculiar sort of gentleman who's walking by. And I think, given your past history, you find that odd. Give me a... I'm going to say we're going to actually carry the 8 for this. You do not recognize this other gnome, but what you do notice is that he has seemed to have taken station about maybe 15 feet off. Give me a history check, please.
$19.
19. The sharps is known. Its name is connected to the concept of sharp practice, which is the idea of the art of thievery. And it is tied to that name mostly because of the thieving that goes on with the people that walk by. You feel like something else is happening here. With a 19 looking at the shops that are immediately around you, there is one that you purposely walk by pretty much all the time, mostly because you don't find that it's a necessary thing for you to look into, besides like, hey, we could possibly, they definitely have a lot of money in there. That's the vault. The bank of anyone who is not in the heights of Dare's Wharf. In this moment, you recognize that they both seem to be both this gnome figure and this other sort of tall gentleman. Both seem to be stationing themselves around that area.
I just put my hand behind me and send a message back into the shop. They're about to hit the banks. Stay put. I'm gonna keep an eye from out here.
You hear no response. But I think in this moment, you're not sure if you don't hear it because they didn't respond or if you've become distracted. You see a figure that nothing besides a nat 1 would keep you from staring. Another short individual. Not really walking as much as almost stumbling. You notice him kind of knock into the person in front of him, and the hood falls down. And you see a figure, somewhat balding, large eyes, sickened face. But it's a face that you definitely recognize, as this is Pest. Pest is traveling south. At the point of your connection and recognizing him, he's already past you.
She starts trailing him, and she's gonna shoot another message back and say, Pest is out here. He's the one that was there. Hurry up. I'm gonna trail him. I'll stay in message range. And then she's gonna start following him south.
Give me a stealth check, please.
Stealth is 40 plus 21.
You notice that as he continues to go through the streets, the stumbling itself seems to kind of break out into a slow jog.
So he's heading south in the stacks, right?
Yep, towards the takes.
I think.
Sorry, he's in the sharps. Towards the
He's
takes.
in the sharp. He's heading towards the takes. I think Siobhan is just narrowed into a hunting rage. Because he was there. He watched her husband die. He took her daughter out of that house. He likely traveled with her daughter all the way here. She is going to hunt this one. So she wants to... I want him to know that he is being tailed, and I want to start driving him towards the stacks, towards Hadrian's place. So once he tries to shake me, I want to herd him where I want him to go.
Okay.
She wants him to know he's being hunted.
Yeah. So do you think you just kind of like just become a little more obvious by going nearer, making more obvious steps?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't take long for him to break out into a full sprint down an alley towards the South Warrens. Please roll me a d4.
4.
4. You are naturally much faster than this short individual. As you see him, the first movement, you're watching him run down the alley, and just about when you get there is when you see him take a turn left, and you start chasing down that way. I'd like you to give me an Arcana check. But I'm going to give you advantage because I think it's based on your emotions.
16.
Cool. 16. I'd say 15 is probably the DC here. As you were... please tell me what's going through your head as you are chasing this creature down the alleys.
She's plotting. She wants to herd him into that end alley near Huxley's, corner him, call Huxley out, hope that the rest of the group's not that far behind her, and then subdue him.
Got it.
She's hunting.
Where's your... Do you think, especially with those rolls, we'll kind of count that as that. Where's your head at right now? How much in control do you think you are?
I think she's like... She's got... How do I say this? I think it's akin to a killing calm, but it's more like a hunter's calm. Like she knows she wants to hunt this guy to that end alley and then subdue him and question him in her own way. But she needs to subdue him first and get him somewhere. She knows she needs to get him somewhere secure, so getting him right near Huxley's place and then subduing him is a lot easier than taking him down way out here and then carrying his body back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like a killing calm.
Okay. The calmness gives your dash a sense of being careful, and that represents time that it takes. It takes you about 20 minutes to get to a point where you are able to overtake him, and the reasoning is helped by a gated fence surrounded around some very like small pipes that look to be like you're kind of in this like halfway sort of place between the stacks and the Warrens, just kind of outside of the sharps in this weird sort of like in between sort of area. But you do notice that there's like they almost look like organ pipes coming down, but they look like they're most likely just some like broken rusted pipes from something. But you also notice that there is a wire metal fence that creates a dead end in this alleyway. You see Pest turn and just... What?
Grovel. She casts command.
DC?
It's only a 14 wisdom.
Rolled a 7. You see him drop to his knees
She's gonna go over, put a knee in his back, and hit him across the head with a dagger to knock him unconscious.
Okay. As you put a knee in his back, you've been careful. Do you think that there's a certain point with Siobhan that when she does make physical contact with someone, that no matter what, there's some sort of sense of translation of something?
I think right now, maybe. I think there's always a little bit, but right now she is so focused on this individual that probably there's a transference.
Okay. You're immediately thrown back by, not physically, although maybe, you put a foot into, you say a foot or a knee?
I was dropping my knee into his back so I could hit him across the head with a dagger and knock him out.
Cool. As soon as you put your knee to his back, like essentially like kind of like placing it, right? You hear the sound of bones breaking. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Natural 20.
Okay.
For 21.
Awesome. With a natural 20, you keep yourself from... there's a confusion as there's no way you did enough force to be able to break Pest's back. But you're able to kind of keep yourself sort of steady as you raise your hand. You feel like something is going on here, though. Do you continue to strike? We'll say.
Can I do a medicine check before striking?
Not with him not facing you.
I think she eases her knees off so she's still straddling him so she can drop on top of him if he tries to wiggle out from under her, and tries to spin him over to see what's going on. Because, I mean, if she cracks his skull open, she's not going to get any answers. She wants answers.
You spin him around, and that is when you get a good look at his eyes. They're very glazed over. They have that like sort of like yellow jaundice sort of look. And you haven't... I'm going to have him roll. Okay. You don't see him looking quite at you. His eyes are so glazed over, you don't really even see, you can barely see the pupils, and you can't tell whether or not he's looking at you or through you. With the sounds of the crunching bones, you imagine that he would have some sort of pained expression. But when you flip him over, he seems to be smiling. You hear him start to laugh. Oh. Doting mother looking for her child. You have no idea what you've walked into.
Where is she?
With that, he breaks his arms from your grasp and you see his, as he blinks, he can't help that one of his eyes turns into a reptilian pupil. As he breaks away from you and then makes a dive towards the pipes.
Would there have been a roll for me to, because I was straddling him?
Yeah,
so
we're rolling for
right?
it. Yeah. Yep. The roll is to be able to catch him after. He was able to break through that because there's a part of that. He literally broke his limbs to be able to escape. But the roll here is to be able to, no, the roll here is going to be able to catch him before he seemingly goes into a metal pipe.
So what am I rolling?
I'd say it's another grapple check. So I'd say athletics.
$19.
Okay. So he has a +10 right now to acrobatics. And I rolled a 15. So he seems to slip away, and you can see himself kind of like maneuvering through your grabs as he is pushing himself through a pipe just about this big. And that is when you hear the explosion near the sharps. As you do so, and this is a point where we're going to say it's a story sort of level concept on the idea that you recognize, I've left my friends there. As you are looking at the disgusting nature that is something new, something odd with Pest, that explosion breaks your concentration, and you look away, and as you look back, he is gone. What is Siobhan doing?
I guess running back to her friends.
Okay. As you begin to run back, that D4 also represents how long it's going to take to get back. So, I need everybody, including Siobhan, to roll initiative. All right.
All right, guys, we can do this.
We can absolutely do that.
Oh, Evan, if you're talking, you are muted.
No, I'm just faking on purpose.
Oh,
That's
perfect.
it's anti-ventriloquism.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, good. Got some ideas.
I was gonna say, yeah, we can exit a magic shop. We can do it.
When Ken, she rolled a 3 for initiative.
I saw.
That's not a bad thing necessarily.
All right. Let's switch you guys on over. Okay. So, the scene that is placed in front of you now.
That's a lot of people, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crowded street. The other sort of housing in front of you is to represent how thin this street is. I'm going to take it away, but then just kind of make sure you guys kind of understand that's kind of where we're at. And also, actually, I can put...
What's the ROE here? Do we treat all civilians as combatants? Is that the team's kind of rules of engagement? Anybody is fair game?
I don't even know.
So as you guys make it out, we're going to kind of have these initiatives kind of going at the top of the... we're going to kind of have you essentially situated here as you start your initiative. Actually, no. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get those initiatives, gang. Whoever's the highest, shout it out.
22. Unless oh, I see her. Sorry. 22.
22.
Yori, 17.
Yep.
15
Oh, wait,
IL.
Hold on. So you guys should have that, unless you guys should just... sorry, I guess I didn't say to put it in the chat. So let's go ahead and just shout them out. That's fine. Yori, 17. Io, 15.
Alistair, 20.
Okay.
We did put him in the chat, though.
That's all right. We're here now. 20. Okay. Gwen?
3.
3. Killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And Siobhan?
11.
11. 17. Cool. I'm gonna roll some initiatives on my end as well. It's so cold down here. All right. Here we go. Oh, man. Okay. Well, all right. Sweet. Actually. Okay. Oh yeah, we gotta add Lyra. Lyra's gonna have her own initiative. If you guys can see, where is Lyra? Oh,
She's back to back with Nalani.
she is back to back. Hold on. I'm just gonna shift this. So Lyra's initiative. Ooh. You know what? What'd you get, Nalani? 22.
Yes, sir.
What's your dex?
My dex is 20
So +5.
Decent.
Cool.
plus 5.
Awesome. So Lyra rolled an 18. I'm going to say she has an 18 dex. So you guys are on the same initiative. Isn't that cute? So awesome. So Nalani and Lyra, as you guys hear the explosion come busting out, notice the screams from the people all around. You can see that the explosion seems to have happened somewhere behind the center building. Oh, dang it. Okay. Yeah, so the building just right in the center. you notice that guards are kind of turning in their position to kind of look there, and you notice that there's a couple of people that seem to be moving forward towards the explosion, and others that are kind of running away. I'm going to say, give me an insight check.
14 plus 16.
16. Okay, cool. With a 16, you're already warned about one of the guys. I'm gonna text Miranda. Actually, you know what? I'm so sorry, gang. I'm gonna run upstairs. I gotta grab my. I keep leaving
Pointer?
my. Yeah, pointer. I'll be right back.
I'm like too old to see this whole screen. I need a bigger monitor.
Got a bigger monitor. You can put it on a TV, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come down to Florida one of these days. I'm gonna set you up. Just set up all the equipment in there.
Yeah.
How far are you from, what is it, Daytona Beach?
Other side of the state.
Well, it's probably still not that far a drive. It's not like a hugely wide state.
3 hours.
Yeah. It's cool. I'll stop in Orlando on the way, and then go the rest of the way.
Say hi to my uncle for me.
Yeah, my parents live in Daytona Beach.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't live in Orlando anymore. I think he moved to California with his daughter.
I'm sorry, if I'm ever near any of your family, please give me the address. I will knock on the door, say so-and-so says hi, and then just leave.
Pennsylvania is where you live now. I don't think I have any family in Pennsylvania.
I do.
All right. So, this guy there. All right. So, Nalani, you are posted up here. Lyra's right next to you there. So, with a 16 insight, you do know that the figure that you were warned about, Clinton, can you mute? The figure that you were warned about doesn't seem to have moved from his spot. He's right there.
Is he behaving like someone who is surprised and shocked, or is
Absolutely
he
not.
And so he's intently just kind of watching? If I follow his gaze to what he's watching, do I notice anything abnormal in the general area where he's looking?
With a 16, you get the idea that he's in on whatever's going on.
Do I see anyone else that I know? Specifically, the rest of my party.
No, I would argue the rest of your party come out on their initiatives. So they're going to start, like, mechanically, they're going to start there, but I don't think you see them.
Okay.
Not even Yori?
Yori did run out. Yeah, I would say you see Yori probably, like, in the doorway.
Just opening the door.
Shop. They're coming out from this side.
Okay.
I think I am going to say to Lyra, do you know what's going on? Is something...
We're going to say, because you rolled that insight check, that's the time you had to make a decision.
That's it? Then
Right.
I am
So,
just going to hold an action to, if she attacks anyone, I will shoot an arrow at them.
Okay. You got it. So she's also trying to keep her head on a swivel. She's going to roll. 16 is not bad. 2 is really bad. She seems to be, like, kind of in the space of, like, as someone who is smaller is having a hard time kind of seeing over as far as, like, what's going on. And there are literally people that are kind of running left and right here. So she also does not seem to be sure. So she is also holding her action. We'll say until she sees something. Remember, she also doesn't even know about James. Doesn't know about the...
We heard
Scratch that.
nothing.
Doesn't even know about the figure across the street.
Is this in this corner above the It's a Long Story logo? Is that like a box or something, or is that just a border?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the border. That's like saying like that's how wide this street is.
Okay.
For you.
Okay.
So are you still holding that? Because I would say with
Yeah.
the 16-2, you also kind of get the idea that Lyra definitely doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think I'm going to move back towards that border where I can keep an eye on the guy and or stay next to her. That's about it. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Wait, what are you doing?
I mean,
You just told me two things.
I'll stay where I am.
Okay, you got it. So staying where you are, holding your action, the trigger being what? Do you want to stick with the idea of it as soon as she hits?
I'll stick with the idea of as soon as she attacks someone, or if I see someone from my party attack someone. If
Okay,
you'll let me go
cool.
that far.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
And I guess if I'm trying to get away with shenanigans, I will also cast.
So you won't be
Pass
able
with-
to if you're casting something. This is a bonus action.
Yeah, you're right. I'll stay what I'm doing.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
No worries. That's all good. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Okay.
I guess what I would say is I would bonus action if you would allow me use Shadow Step to just kind of blend in as much as I could into the crowd. Kind of where I'm standing. I don't know
It's
that
gonna
that
be
does
hard.
anything.
Yeah, I don't think that would. It's going to be hard to do so with a raised weapon. Like there are guards here, so they're going to be noticing you brandishing your bow.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, but cool. So we'll stick with that. Sweet. All right. You. Just make sure I'm timing this right. See if there's anyone that actually goes before. Okay, no, cool. There is. We see the figure across the street. Sorry, thought I had this ready. Okay, cool. 15 feet. Great. With a flick of his hand, seems to you notice that, especially from Yori's and Nalani's point of view. Also, Alistair, you were coming out here, he has a higher dex than you do, but you're pretty much just coming out here too, so you see this as well. You see, if you think your character's kind of focused on this other this figure that was told, "Hey, we need to get out of here," because of this guy, you see him flick his hand, and then all of a sudden, a smoky sort of inky blackness starts to emanate from the area right here. So it doesn't hit anybody, I'm gonna actually just kind of leave it here for now. You guys kind of get the idea of the general vibe of where it is. I think that's all he's gonna do right now. Awesome. Alistair, is your turn as you are running out. Oh, did we lose Clinton? Yup.
He's back.
Oh, he's back.
There we are.
I'm back.
So just to recap, so basically this figure here cast darkness here in this area, and Alistair, is your turn.
I'm going to walk along the front of the magic shop towards, I guess, what the wall opposite where the inky blackness is, but straight down.
Okay. So you're here right now. So you are going to be kind of walking up to a guard who's kind of like half encased in this darkness and kind of is going to be like moving back, possibly into you, with a spear drawn. So what I'm saying is you're not that far away from.
Yeah, I know. I want to go to the opposite side of the street from where I'm at now, like straight south.
Oh, from where you're at, because he's on the opposite side of the street.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Okay.
I want to get away from the inky blackness. I want to go south.
Okay. You're right there before a figure, not as an action. Sorry, I guess he's right above my head. Let me move me. Get me out of the way. That's a little too far. The figure that is the kind of like lamb chop. Is it lamb chops? Am I saying that right? Yeah, it's lamb chops.
Mutton chops.
Mutton chops. Thank you. Yeah,
Close
I was like,
enough.
it's not lamb chops. Nope, it's lamb chopped. In this world, it's lamb chopped. The mutton chopped rogue is going to put a hand on your chest, not as an action, but just kind of say to you in this point, best to be moving around that way, son. And is pointing away.
I will glance back at that direction and take one step that way. So I'll move over that way, and then I will hold an action to hit anything with the cane that comes near me.
Okay, you got it.
Aggressively, not anything. And then I will yell over to Yori. Do you know what's going on?
It might be your turn. Hold on.
I'm 17, so.
It is not your turn.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Fun. So the figure that put a hand on your chest, this mutton chopped individual, you take, you move 5 feet, but then you stop. He's going to continue to kind of move into your space and say, keep walking.
I'm good right here, sir.
He is going to try to put a hand on you again. You did say if someone was attacking you. So
I will strike him.
I would
Absolutely.
You got it.
Cool. So that's going to be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
So when he sticks his hand out, I'll swing the cane around and knock him right in the knee for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Got it. Nice.
Told you I'm good right here.
You see him kind of make a grimaced sort of sneer, takes out a dagger, and is going to booming blade you right from there. For an 18 to hit. Does that hit?
18 hits.
Cool. All right. You take You take 9 points of split damage. I don't think you have any resistances for this. It'd be piercing and then force, I believe. As he just kind of yells to you to get going.
As he pulls that dagger back, there are going to be like blue lights that start shining in a circle around him, spiraling down, and then all flare up, and I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
You already used your held
held
action
action.
as a reaction. Yep.
You're good.
But yeah, so we'll say as you feel that, you kind of like you feel him kind of like pierce into your. I'd say probably kind of like just pierces into your leg with how low he is to the ground as you knock him to the. And I would say just for pain, it's the bad leg, which is just super mean. Okay, that is his turn.
Joe, from the other
Yes.
side of the court, Lyra would have seen an arrow flash slightly blue as Nilani drew back and fires an arrow straight across into this guy's back.
I'm going to say, it's a low DC. I'm going to say, give me a perception check. There's a lot of people in between that.
Okay. That's going to be high. An 18 plus 5. 23.
Yep, absolutely. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
So it's I already rolled everything. It's a 20 to hit on a sharpshooter arrow for a total of 24 damage. Thud.
And I would say
in its
that
back.
Lyra's probably holding her action to when you were shooting. So she is also going to shoot. Yeah, okay, cool. What did you roll to hit? I mean, of course, you had sharpshooter, so I'm going to say, so it was.
I have a
what,
plus 12 and
25?
sharpshooter plus 12, but sharpshooter is minus 5, so I had a plus 7 to my.
You're giving me all the numbers I don't need. What was the end number for the roll to hit?
20 to hit.
She also rolled a 20. I'm not kidding. 16 plus just normal 4. Although no, should we add proficiency? So she actually hits a little bit closer than you do, because she would be added proficiency on that.
I think I'll kind of look over my shoulder at her as I see her arrow just get slightly to the middle of his back more than mine was.
Incredible. And she is gonna do 11 points of damage on top of your 25 that you said.
24.
24.
And she split his arrow.
That would be awesome.
We'll say that she split her. I'd say if she rolled a nat 20, she would have split the arrow. We'll say that. Alistair, what damage did you do?
I did 10 damage.
Okay. Goes from looking absolutely fine to looking on death's door. Nilani. No, I think it's just a perception check from the guards. Okay. The two guards that are right next to you start yelling out for you to drop the bow. Both you and Lyra to drop the bow. They're not in initiative yet, but that's what you hear. Cool. All right. As that is being said, Jesus Christ. Okay. You, Nilani, with your perception on this, and I'll say, actually, only Nilani can see this from this vantage point. This hobgoblin individual fully just stabs into this guard and drops him to the ground. Most likely full dead. It's hard to tell. Definitely had a blade go through him. One of those rolls is a nat 20. And then this individual will do the same. this guard who is now trying to back up. Rolling good and then not good. Okay. The guard that is to the right of the vault takes 10 damage. You see an arrow flying from the roof, and Alistair, Nalani, you don't see this. Alistair and Yori, you definitely see this. As 2 arrows go flying from the roof of the place that you are currently at, or the shop that you came out of. Aiming at the guard. Both of those hit. Okay. Low on the die. Someone remind me that I'm marking the left and right as stage left and right. I'm not sure why. But I did it, and we're here. Cool. That guard looks very hurt. Yori, as you recognize that there is a... I can kind of zoom out so you can see, but I haven't actually put the video there yet. Yeah. There looks to be a hooded figure on the roof that is firing arrows from the chimney. Okay. I believe that is it for now. Yori, it is your turn.
Okay, so I turn to Alistair and just go, I don't know what to do. Can you just tell me who to hit? And then I'm gonna take off the cloak and fly 30 feet in the air, and look for Eliar. I don't see her here, and she's supposed to be here.
You got it. I'll make sure that I'm not missing anything here. 13. Okay. Okay. Clinton's having trouble. I would just make a decision, Evan.
Well, like I said, I'm just flying 30 feet in the air.
Okay, that's your turn. Cool.
And then, well, I mean, do I see Eliar 30 feet up?
No.
Anywhere around me? Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's just what do you do? So, yeah. Who you pointing to? The guy up top?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll bonus action Giant Smite to turn giant. And then I'm just gonna throw an axe at him. So, yeah, I'll just throw just some basic hand axe throwing.
You got it. Go for it.
So that's a 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits.
Okay. All right. That does 8 plus. What do we get with? And plus 1d6. Okay. 8 plus 5, 13. Yeah, 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Yori.
Oh, that's so sick.
That
Dude.
is amazing.
Plus bringing it in, flying in the air. Oh, man. Sick.
That is awful.
Incredible.
Full terrifying.
Yeah, man, that's good.
Wings.
And I want closest to that later.
I believe the new, just for record, I think the new shield is just the added on the idea of spells, but I could be wrong.
That's good.
Cool. Sorry, what was the damage you did on our little kobold?
13.
13. I'm going to have him roll a dex saving throw here. Because there's just no way he would expect that to happen. Okay. Does manage to kind of hold on. You do see him kind of like skid to the side, kind of like look like just wide-eyed in your direction, jaw just dropped, as you see him like kind of like almost fall off the chimney, kind of scramble back on, as like kind of reaching nervously for his quiver. Incredible. Awesome. Io, that is you. I feel like I'm missing someone, but I believe that's right.
Yeah, I had a 15, so unless someone had something slightly higher, I probably am next. As Io exited, what all of this exchange would he have heard, since the 9 shop is basically silences everything outside?
What are you asking me?
What would I have heard? Would I have heard any of these, like, weapons flying back and forth, or particularly heard Yori call out to Alistair, specifically
No,
that?
I think on your turn with you coming out, you come out to pure chaos.
Gotcha. I think with the first thing Io probably looks at, if I'm like mechanically right where I am right now,
Sure.
the guy in the brown cloak who casts darkness, what does he look like he's does it look like he's concentrating on a spell? Because obviously I don't know, I wouldn't immediately know that he's doing anything.
I think a point of order above board. Kiki, if you're still here, Kiki, did you point out the individual to everybody before they came? Actually, you guys would be able to answer that. In character.
Yeah.
Point out.
We were supposed to not look at him, and they were kind of looking at him.
Right.
Yeah, like before we went in. So at least
That's
that
right,
one
same
person,
guy.
she pointed it out.
Sure. You got it.
Yeah.
I think Alistair noticed him first, right? To begin with.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
noticed it
yeah.
said something to Siobhan, and Siobhan said we all need to go inside. We said why, or everybody else said why, and then we pointed at the guy obnoxiously.
You got it.
And if he's remotely attractive, Alistair noticed him.
Got it. Hard to tell. He was heavily cloaked, which is to say that he is still heavily cloaked. Io, I'm going to say, give me a. You're trying to see if he's concentrating on a spell, so I'm going to say, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay, that's fair. And the one with disadvantage, that would be a 15.
You do not notice
Gotcha.
anything in particular with him. He doesn't seem to be running away.
Mm-hmm.
But you do notice that his head has kind of come back down. Doesn't even seem to be necessarily looking at the space where that kind of magical darkness is now in.
Gotcha. I think not really noticing anything, glance around. I think he probably would notice Alistair on the ground, and then this guy, or not on the ground, but he probably would notice Alistair, and then the guy with 2 arrows in him. And I feel like there'd be 2 and 2
Absolutely.
together. He could put 2 and 2 together there.
Mhm.
So I think I would say that he. I'm gonna go with this. Even though this guy the first guy looks familiar and that other guy's close enough, what Io's gonna do is he's going to go ahead and cast slow on both of them.
On
The guy in the cloak and the
suspicious
guy.
and the guy that looks to be on death's door.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
What's the radius on that?
on slow, it is 60 feet. Oh, no, 120 feet. 120
40
feet.
foot cube.
No,
It's
that's
a
not the
40 foot
radius.
cube.
Yeah,
Oh,
40 feet
cube.
Gotcha.
Oh,
40 feet
cube.
cube.
Okay,
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Misunderstood the question.
Yeah, so it definitely
8 squares?
definitely could hit both of them, but it's of your choice. So you want to just focus on those two.
Because, sir, right at this time, that's the only two that he would have any inkling to know that would be a threat.
100%. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you that we're clear on the you couldn't add people after the fact.
Right. Yeah.
This is the casting of it.
Like,
Okay, cool.
I did think about trying to include more people, but I feel like that'd be metagaming if I did.
Yeah. Cool. I love it. Let me check. Dude. Okay. Interesting. DC?
The DC is 16.
16.
Oh, and
This dude has disadvantage.
as Io's casting slow, what you see is the eyes in his hand slowly open up as you just kind of see like the air shimmer around him and things kind of start to slow down.
Cool. I love it.
Hope nobody is south of that. That's a 40-foot cube south of those two guys. Just because you'd have to put them in the corner there, and then just anything below that is just like people just suddenly.
Right. I think there's also there's gonna be a certain point in time where it's gonna be clear who is who here, and anyone who is like a civilian is probably caught in it and just you just see it like slow running.
Awesome.
They both failed. I'll tell you straight
Awesome.
up. So, cool. Awesome. So that doesn't necessarily break concentration.
Mm-hmm.
And someone correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But cool. But he is slowed. Awesome. Love that. Okay. Let me put something on there so I remember.
Nice.
Sweet.
Then, from my vantage point, am I able to see Nilani?
No, you can't.
Gotcha. I can only see Alistair. In that case, to end my before I do my movement, I'm gonna do my movement last.
Cool.
I know Alistair's gonna hate this, but Io's going to dive into his mind quickly because he doesn't want people to overhear. And he's going to say, I don't know what just happened to you, but try to take either that guy or that guy that Shiv told us to watch. I'm going to try and make it as easy for you as possible. And then he's going to tuck himself right behind that building if he can, or as far behind that building as he can. The one
Okay.
where, he's standing right next to the barrel. He wants to go that way.
I'm going to put you, just so that we know where you are on the map, and just put you behind this barrel, but you are undercover. You are undercover? You are in cover. You are covered. You're encased in, you're ensconced in velvet. All right. Awesome. Sweet. Nice. So yeah, Alistair, in the midst of the screaming, loud noises, now darkness going, the shooting pain in your leg, all of your senses are being fully overloaded, and you hear up to Alistair in this, but I imagine a calm, soothing voice of a fellow companion saying, "I don't know what's going on, but I took care."
Well,
basically,
this asshole just stabbed me, so.
Incredible. Cool. All right. So it is now someone else's turn. Nilani, give me a perception check.
you want that out loud. 19.
Incredible.
You guys don't have the mind link yet? Oh man.
Not
it.
yet,
Let me just
not yet.
jump into Alistair's mind since he loves that so much.
Working on it. Okay, cool. You hear actually, sorry, you don't hear anything. There's a figure directly in front of you, who has taken out this longsword. You see, this figure has a shaved sides of the head, but like a kind of like a top knot. You see them pull out this longsword, and in like an awkward sort of calmness, you see there is their like the bottom part of their face is covered, and you see them walk into the darkness. And it's the coolest fucking thing you've ever seen in your life. You, at the same point in time, you hear a voice behind you as a gentleman who is also standing right next to a guard, is just pouring himself a drink. You see he has, there's no other way to say this, he has a cowboy hat on. Like a tilted cowboy hat. Maybe a little smaller. It's a cowboy hat. Whatever. You guys get it. And you see he's kind of pouring himself a drink, and you hear him say out loud, "Do you have a shot off yet?" And you see him just take a swig. You have no idea who he's talking to. And that's their turn. Siobhan, it is your turn.
Well, I'm
Siobhan.
20 minutes away, so you might as well just drop me from initiative, because it's going to take me 20 minutes to get here.
Well, here's the fun part about that. You also rolled really high on the history of these streets. So, I think the way that I would mark it is the idea of like, because you were kind of running on foot on the ground. For Siobhan, if you think that Siobhan would think, I need to find the quickest way to get back to my friends here, the way that it kind of cut across from the alleyway, you're also in a weird sort of like dead end sort of spot here. I'm going to say, give me, so the first sort of obstacle in front of you is just this wire fence. But I think we're going to kind of use this roll to be able to kind of benefit the idea of like what you can roll to try to catch up to this. So give me an acrobatics check.
It's a natural 1 for an 8.
Okay. So with a natural 1, you are, I think you're just kind of like stuck in this like what the fuck just happened, as you're trying to scale the fence here. I would say at that point, recognizing either that you scale the fence or don't scale the fence, you're now back to your speed here. So we're going to kind of have you be able to roll that roll on your next turn as well, but you're still able to use your movement to get as close as you can here. So let's do this. Let's simplify this and say you're because that 20 minutes is insane. Let's call it 4 minutes, and you're 200 feet away right now. So 200 feet away at the beginning of your turn right now. You are not able to make a shortcut to be able to lengthen your to be able to get there quicker. So it's going to take all of that 200 feet of movement, unless you're able to roll higher on your next turn. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. So what is your full movement?
30. Well, if I
With
do
dash and all
cutting
that.
action, 90.
90. Okay, cool. So with the 90, so yeah, you're already at 110. Okay. So mark that down. Okay. All right. So using action, bonus action, dash, and then action dash. That's your 90, right? Cool. All right. As you are running along, I think also there's like a part of like where you're running into a place where most people are running away from as well. So you're having to kind of like push yourself through the crowd as you're doing that. Right. Who am I missing here? Yeah, I knew I was missing somebody. All right. Nalani. Roll me a... Well, the guards are going to come up and tell you to drop the weapon and are going to try to detain you. Oh, that's fun. It's right there. Roll to see if... Nope, he doesn't. Great. Cool. So Nalani, give me a athletics or acrobatics check.
Acrobatics, and I rolled a 10 plus 8, 18.
Roll again. Actually, no. I'd say so meets it, beats it. So you're beating the roll. Yeah. Cool. Cool. So you're able to kind of dip out from this as the guard's trying to grab you to kind of like put your hands behind your back and arrest you essentially. The other one is going to try to do the same thing to Lyra. But Lyra is going to have advantage on this slipping away. So that's 18 against a 4. Cool. Nalani, what did you roll in your original perception check? Is it 19?
It was high, yeah.
Cool. You got it. I think as you see the guard starting to move towards Lyra, so I'll say this guard moves here. This guard starts to move into... Sorry. This guard starts to move into Lyra's space. And then you notice he like has a weird stutter step. As you notice the boot of the cowboy essentially just kind of come back in place with just like a slight grin on his face, as it seemed like he like tripped the guard getting there. Cool. Gwen, it is your turn.
Okay, stepping out into chaos. I think even she can't miss giant Yori flying above. And the great, weird, magical darkness over to the side. She's pretty sure that's not supposed to be there. So she's going to try to dispel magic on the darkness.
Okay.
And it's at 4th level, because that's all she's got.
Oh. Okay. Gwen,
if it's 4th level or below, it's automatic, but...
Mm-hmm. As you try to dig deep for the dispel magic, please roll me... I'm going to roll something on my end, and then I need you to roll me an Arcana check. And what I'm rolling is going to deplete what your Arcana check was. Okay.
Right? My Arcana check was a 24.
Jesus. Okay. Never mind.
18 plus 6.
Cool. You definitely feel a point. I'll say with a would you say a 24?
Yeah. 18 plus 6, 24.
Yeah.
24. Cool. With a 24 minus what I rolled, which was a 2, could have been high. I rolled a D8, so it could have been as high as an 8, and the DC was 20.
Amazing.
The DM is telling you there was no chance you were getting this off, but I am wrong. So
I think she just says, "Not today, you petty bitch," basically in her head, and forces it through.
Yeah, Gwen's been hitting those books.
Yeah, you know exactly. I think with that 24, you actually feel like, okay, I know what this is. Like this is someone who is depleting, trying to deplete me of my magic. Yeah.
I think what's interesting
step off,
too
you petty
is,
bitch, is pretty great.
yeah, I think you guys have seen her magic before. It usually comes out as like smoky, inky tendrils. Um, you still see like the text of like arcane, but it's got like this flame to it now that's taking over the smoke.
Cool. I love it.
Love that.
With that,
And I don't really have a bonus action, so
okay.
that
I'll tell you what you see, just in case that affects you. You see a gray tabaxi carrying what looks to be the largest sack of gold you've ever seen in your life, and basically using it as a weapon to try to swing it against a figure that is that has sidestepped the bag, and now, as you dropped it, is going to make 2 attacks on the. Cool. First one misses. Second one hits. 2 attacks on the tabaxi. That is. Someone help me. Is a katana a D10 or a D8?
I feel like it's got to be a D8 since the.
D8, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Or no, it's a longsword. What am I talking about? I said that already.
It's versatile, so it's D8 one-handed, D10 two-handed.
Okay. Cool. That's what the
But
katana is.
you said that character had a long sword before, if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
Does the katana have the versatile property?
There is
Yes,
a
it
katana.
does.
Is it D8 and D10? Okay, cool, awesome. So I'm gonna say it's a katana then, because that makes more sense for this character. It works the same way. Cool. As this tabaxi takes 12 damage, and is going to roll it's equivalent. Yeah, Constitution saving throw. It's fine. Decides that it's not worth like fighting this creature, and is in the process of grabbing the bag and running south, Siobhan, in your direction. Okay. Gwyn, anything else on your turn? That's you, Jess.
Nope. I'm just going to move out of the doorway a little bit, maybe back towards Io.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay, cool.
Very clearly the one who just dispelled the darkness.
Yes, awesome. I think you see. You said you're clearly the one that is. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't do anything to hide what she was doing, so.
Right. Good point. I'm gonna roll a perception check for everyone that's important that saw that. Cool. Okay. I forgot about this guy. There is a Goliath that was in this darkness until it was dropped, and now can see the guard that he was supposed to be hitting in the beginning. Rolls in that one. We'll say because there was still darkness, I guess, but the other roll does hit. Is that guard takes another 8 points of damage, and is points, 50%. 50% is 23, right? Okay, cool. Is okay. of them kind of just held their actions because they didn't really know what to do. I guess one of them would have started to kind of come forward towards the situation with Alistair, but the Goliath probably got him at that point, so he's going to turn around and try to stab at the Goliath. That is not going to hit. Okay, cool.
This is a guard, or?
So it was basically like a back and forth between these two guys here. Because the Goliath was in darkness, so he couldn't see, and the guard couldn't see the Goliath because he was in darkness, and also got hit only at that point. Okay, so now that we're at the top of the order, we're going to start to take away pieces from the board. This figure runs off. This figure runs off. This figure runs off. This figure, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Gonna get there. 5, 10, or 5, 15, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Running off. Cool. All right. So at this point, besides those that, as we said, as citizens, they're going to get caught in the slow, which is what happened to this woman right here in the green dress. Just because that's funny, and that's there's been enough time in that solid 6 seconds that you feel like the people that have cleared out are the ones that didn't want to be involved in what's going on. So with that, we are at the top of the order with Nilani.
Okay,
Lyra.
so this figure, like in the middle south, didn't make any move.
This green guy right here?
Yeah.
No, he did not.
Okay. Would Nilani surely would have seen Yori throw the axe, correct?
100%. Yeah, Yori went above the darkness.
Yeah. Okay, I think Nilani's going to fire an arrow straight. He's going to mutter, "You think that was close?" And he is going to fire an arrow across into the guy's back in front of Alistair again.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And that is a 19 plus 12 to hit.
It's 12. Every time he says it,
Uh,
plus 12.
Are you not doing sharpshooter now?
no, purposely, because I
You
want this to
cheater.
be
You
as
cheater.
freaking inside her arrow as possible.
Well, as I said, it wasn't a nat 20, so it doesn't split her arrow.
Damn it.
But that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll.
But that's
damage.
going to be, sorry, that's going to be 15 damage.
This poor guy.
Yeah, he's down for the count.
Just being used as target practice.
Yeah.
And then my next arrow is going to go, to the guy on the rooftop.
Cool.
And this is going to be sharpshooter.
You got it.
And that is going to be a 3. It is not going to hit, even with my plus. So that arrow just kind of sails wide off into the never land. And then I'm going to take my action to point to the guy with the bag of gold and say to the 2 guards that just tried to restrain us, "Look at that."
Okay. Just because of the way you said it, roll me a persuasion check.
Oh shoot! What kind of check was that?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. A 13?
Yeah, that'll beat the DC. They do definitely look in that direction and see a giant sack of gold. Yeah, that definitely seems to shift their attention. I will say you are shooting at someone as they're doing it, so that would definitely make it be a roll to like. So the guard is just going to respond. Stop shooting people. As Lyra, who doesn't seem to hear that, goes, "Oh, I can get him," and is gonna take a shot. They both hit. That is 14 to the kobold, so 27. Okay. Kobold's looking rough.
Jeez.
The other guard, like the other guards, you stop, give me that, and it's gonna like is gonna be trying to kind of like wrestle the bow from Lyra, as the other guard is like, Steve, and like elbowing and like pointing towards the tabaxi with the very large thing of gold. Incredible.
I even imagine the guy with the drink behind is like, "Hey son, you saw her hit him, right?" He makes some sort of snide comment about my miss.
The guy
and
behind
her
you?
hitting him. Yeah.
Doesn't say a word.
Nice.
He seems to be really enjoying his drink.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Boy. What does this dude do? I assume that ends Nolani's turn.
Yeah, if possible, now that the guard is on the ground and there's nothing between me and Alistair, I'll just wink at Alistair.
Alistair, roll me a perception check, DC 25. To see a wink from that distance.
11.
You can make that.
Cool. Okay, cool. Yori, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. 16.
16. Uh, 16 is not going to cut it.
Assuming that this is coming from the guy, the trench coat guy that cast darkness earlier.
Yes.
So, magically speaking, I would have seen him cast that spell or whatever he did towards Yori. So, as that spell is being cast, you guys wouldn't see it, but basically, like an ethereal version of Alistair gets it.
He's doing Flash of Genius.
Slow is weird with spells.
There it is.
If he's slowed, spells are weird.
Sorry. So, a version of Alistair gets in front of and takes the brunt of that spell for Yori and use Flash of Genius to give him +5.
Okay.
That'd be me to 21.
This was a feature trait, right? This isn't a normal Flash of Genius thing. This is like from your subclass.
No, this is normal Flash of Genius that gives +5 to Yori.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I
And
understand.
what Jess was saying about slow, spells do get weird with slow.
He's
I
not.
already rolled for it. He rolled.
Oh,
Okay.
gotcha.
I didn't know if that guy was slowed.
Just making sure.
Action. Use your reaction. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, that absolutely works. Cool. Yeah, the Alistair, you see a pinkish hue spell seems to move from the cloaked figure's mouth, towards Yori, and you. Please tell me how you kind of like. What does this look like?
Yeah, so I think you see like a version of Alistair, like an ethereal version that just kind of stands in front of Yori, and so the magic has to pass through him, and I think it just kind of stops just enough for Yori to be able to succeed on it.
You got it. Yori, you hear a voice say, and just because I'm thinking of a million things right now, I'm not going to do a voice, but basically tells you, I suggest you intervene on the Tabaxi's behalf. Literally trying to have you just essentially dive bomb the samurai-looking figure.
Can I tell who that's coming from?
Let me see.
Yeah, sometimes you can tell, like who's casting a spell on you. Sometimes you can't. It depends. It's just kind of.
If you were any questions, no.
I think that the rule is if it doesn't specifically say that the person can tell, then you can't. Just like the friend spell says like, oh yeah, they can tell.
Yeah,
so otherwise,
I
yeah,
don't think you can.
unless it's a
I just
visual
wanna make
spell.
Sure with, like, I'm also looking at like slow and all that other stuff too. Yeah, I don't think you can tell.
Okay, cool. So he just yells out, "There's a voice in my head. It's trying to tell me to do things."
Incredible. He's gonna roll an Arcana check on Alistair and doesn't get very high at all. Incredible. Alistair, is your turn.
Cool. So first thing I'll do is pull the pocket watch out of my vest pocket and click it and cast haste on myself. And then I will look at Io, who was talking in my head, and I'll reach out. And if you could see magic, and Io, you'll feel this, a little bit of like just feeling like you've been emptied for a second. Mechanically does nothing. And then I'll pull that towards me, and I will make sure I use the right word here. Twin spell, Ray of Frost. One will hit the guy that just tried to cast a spell on Yori, and the other one will go for the Tabaxi because he's holding the gold.
Cool.
A sorcery points now. Sweet.
So fun. So the first one was a nat 20 for a 28.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Sorry, I'm just gonna roll that real quick. For 17 cold damage, and then the second one is
This one was going
a 13.
towards who?
The Tabaxi. It's a 13 and it misses.
Okay.
Yeah, so as I do that to Io, I'll step forward and you'll see the cane just kind of drop into the guy's skull in front of me. And then you will see the cane, it starts to glow bright blue, and then you just see these little bolts of ice shoot out at each guy. And then...
So you said one was shooting at the Tabaxi. What was the other one shot at?
The nat 20 was on the guy with the cloak, the one that tried to cast a spell on Yori.
So that wasn't on the Tabaxi. Got it.
No, sorry. The one for the Tabaxi missed.
Cloak guy takes 17. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will walk forward to the cloak guy and hit him with the cane right across the face. And that is for a 24 to hit.
24. Can you explain to at least the crowd, but also to me, how you're able? I know I did have to look. I was like, wait, I don't remember you getting sorcery points in your custom class, and then I saw Metamagic Adept, and I was like, okay, cool, got it. That's good.
Yes.
So you twin spelled an action,
Yes.
and then you're attacking with a second attack.
Nope. With the haste that I used.
The haste. Yep.
This is my hasted action.
And it's
so
it was a bonus action to use the
yes
thingy.
the. So I believe it all works.
Where is that?
The pocket watch.
Yeah.
You never put it in my inventory.
Oh.
You said I could do 1 haste or 1 slow.
Cool. Got it. Cool. Do me a favor, send me that so I can make sure I make that a magic item. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, then that all checks out. What was the extra damage you did too with your cane?
9 damage.
9. Okay. These custom classes are coming back to bite me in the ass. In a great way. I love it. That's weird. Anyways, anything else on Alistair's turn?
No, sir. That's everything. But I am standing in front of. Yeah, you got him. We're good.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
You're good.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Sweet. Right. Oh. Okay. All right. We gotta roll a bunch of things here. All right, so we're gonna move from left to right. The red hobgoblin who saw Lyra take 2 shots at the figure on the roof is going to make 2 attacks on Lyra. One of them does hit. No, they're not. Okay, cool. So one of them hits, so Lyra takes 9 points of slashing damage. Lyra hasn't gotten hit yet, right? Okay. Nilani, as you kind of like spin around to notice this, the figure that you were wondering why he wasn't attacking, is now moving into your space and making 2 attacks. These are not great. So that's a 15 to hit.
Nope.
The first one, and then a 17 to hit on the next one.
Nope.
Cool. Awesome. As you see this lizard folk kind of just leaps forward, and you see a dagger come from the tail and goes to sorry, you can't see it, Billy. Goes to kind of attack you, and you're able to kind of just move past it. As he does no damage to you. The pirate-looking figure is going to attack the guard that was going after the tabaxi. I just rolled 2 nat 2s, completely misses. Good lord. The other pirate person is now moving closer to the samurai-looking person and goes to attack. 1 misses, the other hits. That is 10 damage. The Goliath tries to take out the guard. Successfully does so, I think. Yeah, guard's down. And then 2 shots on Alistair from the roof. It's a nat 1 for one of them, and a 25 for the other.
25 hits.
That is only 7 points of damage. I believe that's everybody. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, it is now Yori's turn. Io, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm going to fly towards the guy on the roof.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Pause 1 second because
Yep.
this person is a part of that. Need to find something here. For the tabaxi. Come on, man. There we go. Okay. Is going to bonus action disengage. And is going to use feline agility to double their move speed. And are going to action dash. So that is, so their normal move speed is, it's right here, 30. So that would be 60, and then doubled is going to be 120. So, Siobhan, I need you to give me a perception check.
21.
This being is moving so fast that it seems to, you kind of like see this like sort of like weird sort of like rush of air behind you, but then you can see them like kind of stop short and try to like as they are looking left and right with a huge bag of money. So you'll be able to handle that on your turn if you'd like, as they're able to move 120 feet south, which would be in your right next to you, essentially. Cool. Awesome. So they're way off the map now. They've taken damage. Yep, cool. All right. Just want to make sure I handle that. Okay, now Yori, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to fly towards the guy on the roof.
Cool. Love it.
And then I'm going to grapple him.
You got it. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
16.
13.
All right. So he's grappled. And now I'm going to throw him off the roof.
Yeah, you are.
That is 26.
26. That's a separate athletics check, right? Remind
Yeah.
me how we went through this. Cool.
Yep.
What did we determine was the, like, was, go ahead, give me that rules for throwing, and I know you know.
So it's your strength modifier is the number of squares you can throw plus the distance, the difference between sizes. So if I'm one size, that adds 1. If I'm 2 sizes more than him. So if he's small, I'm 2 sizes more than him. If he's medium, then I'm 1 size larger.
Medium.
Okay,
Medium.
so 1 size larger, which means I can throw him 5 squares.
Okay.
Or 25 feet. And then normally, if he's on the ground, that would do 5d6 damage plus strength modifier. But he's in the air, so you figure it out.
Yeah. More. Well, let me ask you this: which direction do you throw?
I'm throwing him towards the group, like so over the house, back down. Kind of, I guess that's in front of the magic shop. Is kind of where I'm throwing him there.
Okay.
hit,
So-
go in.
you're throwing him right here.
Yeah, right around there. Yep.
Okay. Cool. You got it.
Yeah.
I sincerely think it's not going to matter. Can you please roll? I think. See, You have to. So for the record, you had to have probably flown up another 20 feet to get up to there. So I would say, just
Okay.
to be fair on this, I'd say he's about 50 feet off the ground when you grab him and toss him. So please roll me 10d6, I think.
2, 3. Okay. That will be 32 plus 37 damage.
37 damage. Cool. Evan, I'm getting a note to turn you down.
Okay.
37 damage. Cool. That's rather low for 10d6. Let's see if he makes it. He doesn't. Cool. Is somehow still alive, but unconscious. Incredible. Anything else on yours turn?
Action. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. That seems like a solid turn. Also, do you want me to turn myself down? If you don't have access to the thing, I can turn myself down.
I don't have a lot of room, so if you can turn yourself
Yep.
down, that would be easier. But yeah, thank you, sir. Sweet. Okay, cool. Io, you're up.
All right. So I think I heard Yori shout that there was somebody doing something to him up in the air. Then he just saw someone splat right on the ground in front of him. So he shouts up to Yori, "Hey, little man, try to take that suspicious guy who was taking us out. Try to make sure you do not kill him. Repeat, do not kill him." Then he's going to move out, and I think I'm going to come forward so I can see the lizard folk who was just stabbing at Nalani.
You're gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Cool. You got it. Go for it.
All right. Oh, why would I drop the die at the wrong part? Okay. I am assuming a 26 hits.
26 hits for sure.
Okay, good. Then, there you are. So that first blast does 11 damage.
Okay.
Then loading up another Eldritch Blast, and that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Perfect. And then that is 8 damage. So you see Io pop out of cover. The two mouths on his palms open up. Royals of pink and black smoky energy just poof out.
Cool. I love it. How much damage in total?
In total, that's 11 plus 8, 19.
Nice. Don't you have force movement in your Eldritch Blast?
You have the option whether or not to use it. I'm deciding not to push him into Nalani.
Do we already have this discussion?
I think
it's
so.
Up to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up
Up
to
to.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cool. What was I doing? 19. Nice. Okay. Sweet. Anything else on Io's turn?
Then I think... No, that will be... Actually, yes. I'm going to quicken spell Mind Sliver on the guy that I slowed. So let me see if I have to roll anything real quick.
Okay.
1 second. Okay. Okay, so he needs to succeed in an intelligence saving throw of 16.
Okay.
or takes 1d6 psychic damage, and we'll get into that if he succeeds or passes.
Succeeds.
Okay, then 1d6 of psychic damage. So in this case,
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Is there does slow affect that?
You're supposed to roll at the end of your turn. You're supposed to roll a
on the
a save.
like if you're getting hit with
Dex.
something. Effective saves, it takes
Not
and
intelligence.
dexterity save. Okay, use your action. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Sweet.
Yeah. So, okay. So I still roll the damage, but he takes half damage, and the secondary effect doesn't take effect. So
Okay.
he takes one psychic damage.
1 psychic damage. Okay.
And you just see a psychic needle just beat right into his head.
Sick. Cool. Siobhan, I'm gonna say just because there's yeah, let's have some fun with this. I want to see if Siobhan is able to get up to seeing this. I'm gonna do because I think this is. Oh wait, they're probably holding the thing. Siobhan, I'm gonna say it's your turn,
Wait,
and then it'll be these other guys' turns.
Oh. Wait. Let's see.
So he doesn't take that damage.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he takes that damage.
Okay, not a big deal.
Okay. Yeah, it was just one anyway.
So Siobhan, you see,
you.
I'd say like 110 feet away, you definitely see some like blasts of like spell things. I think you probably saw someone get thrown off a roof. And actually, 110 feet away, you definitely see Big Yori. There's no question about it. But you also, with that 21 perception check, you also definitely see the Tabaxi with the like sack of gold running by, looking left and right. Would regard you as a simple citizen at that point. So
how far away is this Tabaxi from me?
10 feet. So you moved 120 feet, you're 110 feet away. So yeah.
So I'd have to move away from the group to get to the Tabaxi. That's only
I'll allow it to be. Well, no, I don't. Yeah, I'll allow it to be 5 feet. That's not that big of a deal. So I'd say maybe 110 feet to be able to even be in this scene, as opposed to 120 feet from their current position. We'll say is 5 feet from you. That makes more sense.
So I want to try to grab the gold from the Tabaxi and keep running towards the group.
Cool.
I know that's not how sneak attack works, but I think him being unsuspecting of the random citizen swiping the gold off of his back and running back towards the action.
Yeah, I think the Tabaxi's mind is definitely in another place. So I will say, in the idea of like, I would look at this similar to a grapple, except that you're grappling what they're holding. So they're gonna have acrobatics, which they, you would know above board they're probably pretty good at. But I'm gonna say they have disadvantage because, like you said, they would have no idea that you're doing that.
Can I use sleight of hand as my roll instead of athletics?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, I would allow that. That sounds great.
Because that's a +10 over a +3.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell me what you rolled.
25.
Jesus Christ. Against the 2 that I rolled on the die, we'll say for 8. I would argue with a 25, you're able to grab the gold. The gold's pretty heavy, but I'd say you'd be able to grab the gold and have momentum to move forward if you would like.
I think she turns around, swipes the gold. Oh god, this is so stupid, but I really want to do this. Yeah, fuck it. We're doing it. She's gonna grab the gold, and as she spins around as Kara and starts running towards the fight as Kara, now with their gold.
Okay. Okay. Oh boy.
And so that's 60 feet I can move. Well, 55 because I had to move 5 feet to swipe the gold.
That's so fucking.
And as she runs up, because she knew it was James across the street, she recognized him.
Yes. I
So
believe
as
so.
she's, God, 120 minus 55, 65 feet away.
Okay. We'll say for that you're 65 feet away from the center of this.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Where are you? Where'd you go?
So as Kara
You're 10
is...
feet from this position.
Okay, so as Kara is standing there... Oh, I really hope I get to my next round. As Kara is standing there with the gold, she's just gonna yell out to get everyone's attention. Guess who's back in town, motherfuckers?
Holy shit.
She's yelling it as loud as possible. She wants everyone's attention right now.
Nilani, give me a dexterity saving throw. You're muted.
It's a 17.
17. Okay, you're good. There is a shot from up above, from the invisible building that's in front of you here, that wildly misses whatever target it was focusing on, being closer to hitting you. Siobhan, I believe it this is like your whole turn, right?
Yeah. I don't
Cool.
have anything else I can do. No.
Okay. Give let me just check one thing in your backstory real quick.
Oh no. She's
Siobhan.
hoping that the group understands this is a distraction.
Right. 100%. I love this so much. Cool. Siobhan, give me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Jeez.
I'm going to put this figure on the board so we can see them. So they're in this building, but right here. Sort of. Siobhan, you see a tabaxi standing on the second floor balcony of what looks to be some sort of like it's probably above a shop, so like the housing above has probably been long abandoned, and is holding a shotgun in her hands, but it is completely like uncorked as if she's about to put shells back in it, and is like eyes wide open, mouth wide open, yellow eyes. You see a deep red scarf around their neck. You know this to be your childhood friend, Harper. Give me a not dexterity saving throw. Give me a... Never mind. You rolled a nat 20. Forget it. You were just shocked. You were both shocked looking at each other, as it has been a bajillion years. Freaking incredible. It was their turn after this, so that actually worked out really well. As the other ones, I don't think. I'd say the dude that's like having a drink does not seem to regard you as the biggest problem. Uh, so, I think he's going to just yell out to Harper, "You okay up there?" And is giving a bardic inspiration to Harper again, as he was previously giving a bardic inspiration to her. And that's his turn. Who's the other people here? Oh yeah. The other figure who got hit by the the samurai-looking person against the figure, the other pirate is going to make 2 attacks on them. One of them was a nat 20. They've taken any damage yet, so we'll just do that real quick. 10 to 12. 17. Does 17 damage on the blue pirate. And you see the figure kind of turn in your direction, Kara, and like, "Are we supposed to know who you are?" And just like goes back to it, as this figure clearly doesn't know who you are. And I believe that is the end of these guys' turn. Yes. Cool. So it is the guards' turn. Kara, you are swarmed by guards. Some of them are going to be leaving the space there, so anybody who wants to roll an opportunity attack can. So that would be Nalani.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That is going to be a 20 to hit.
That will hit. Would you like to do damage or to try to grapple?
Damage.
Okay, you got it.
It is a 13.
Well, your roll to hit already happened, but I would say, what did you roll to hit with?
Bow.
Okay, so yeah, so we want to re-roll that with a melee weapon that you have.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's okay.
That would be a 15 plus 8. Does a 23 hit?
23 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is going to be 7 damage.
Okay. 7 damage. Okay. Guard is going to keep moving. Siobhan, you're only able to have 2 guards on you. They're both going to be able to make it. I rolled to see if Lyra would actually stop, and there's no way she would. But other dude might. I'll roll for him. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think in the same. You are a criminal. And if this guy recognized you, he would recognize you as a criminal.
And you don't want the guards to have that money.
I'm going to say that he really just hates the guards, because that makes more sense to me. As he's not going to do damage. He's not going to grapple. He's going to do damage. As he just... I don't know what he's damaging with. I'm just gonna roll damage. We're wasting time doing that. Cool. Just 8 damage on the other guard. But they're both still clocking you. They both definitely remember you. So they're gonna both try to grapple you with advantage. Oh wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't want to stab me. They can stab me. I'd be okay with them stabbing me.
I think you can use acrobatics.
You
when you're
absolutely can. Yeah.
defending.
25.
You have to roll twice. So 25 definitely breaks the first one. Because they're both going to have advantage.
A 22.
Jesus. Yeah, you're good. With a bag of money, you're somehow able to just Jackie Chan this shit, and like I think you maybe throw the bag of money at them and then like knock them out of the way and take it back.
Just spins and whacks them with the bag. Not enough to damage, but
incredible. Jesus. Cool. You definitely have their attention, 100%. Sweet. Okay, that is the end of the guard's turn. Gwyn, it is your turn.
Did I hear
Say that one more time.
Did I hear Siobhan yell out, "Guess who's back"?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thinking quickly, not wanting anybody who's paying attention to know that we're with Kara to, maintain cover. I want to shoot a firebolt towards her, but purposely miss. And I have 240
Okay.
feet per firebolt.
You got it.
And if it matters, that's not a warlock spell. That comes from a feat that I have, Spell Sniper.
Sweet. Cool. I love it. Yeah, so you're purposely shooting to give a... Well, I mean, the purpose here is to look like you are attacking Kara, right?
Just so that we can maintain plausibility that we're not with her.
Absolutely.
Is what's
so
going
you-
through her head. What other people think is up to them. But
Yeah, you do so successfully. Go ahead and give me a performance check.
that is a 22. We're rolling good tonight.
Yeah, anybody who doesn't know you would assume that you're attacking Kara. I think there's possibly a couple people in your group that think that you're attacking Kara with a 22. I think Kara might even be like, Jesus, Gwyn, what the fuck? Like, a little too close.
I'm not a Muir, I swear.
Yeah. And I'm going to move down the map, like towards Alistair, but still like away, like maintain
How
the
far
level
away?
I'm at.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And I don't really have a bonus action, so that's my
Okay.
turn.
Incredible. We are back to the top of the order, which means that the citizens that were stuck, and I apologize, there were actually two that were this one, the what looks to be someone who is probably like a sorry, I'm not in view. Hi guys. What you now recognize is probably one of the like merchant like tent shopkeepers is now like moving through with a bunch of like potions on her belt, and it's like passing by the guards like, excuse me as she's taking off running. Incredible. And then the other one, it has not been James's turn yet, so 10, 20, 30. Is able to get just close enough to see the like broken limbed kobold on the ground and just starts screaming if she hasn't been already. Cool. And with that, we are at the top of the order. Nalani, you are up.
How far am I away from the figure that attacked Lyra? Am I on the other side of her and he's on the other side of her?
The red dude attacked Lyra,
Yep.
so you're 5 feet.
Oh, okay. That's fine. It just affects my mathing. Okay, so I'm gonna pull back my bow. You're going to see the arrow in it turn slightly blue as it's a magic arrow, and I am going to shoot at him. It is going to be a 18 to hit.
Do you have anything that is allowing you to shoot from 5 feet away? Because otherwise you'd have disadvantage.
So, hang on a second.
So I know you have sharpshooter. I don't think sharpshooter does that. So typically ranged weapons that are used up closer than 5 feet are going to have disadvantage.
I have...
I don't see you have... It would have been a feat.
Okay. Well, let's just do something different.
Okay. So you can roll, it'll just be a disadvantage.
Yeah, let's do that.
Got it.
So, yeah, it's an 18. Same roll. I mean, it would have been
Same.
higher than
Oh,
the
okay.
second roll was higher. Yeah.
Gotcha. 18 just hits this figure.
Okay. So you see it flash blue, hit him. It was a sharpshooter arrow, and it is 22 points of damage.
Okay. So just to be clear, so I make sure that we're above board, you minused 5 from the roll that you just rolled as well.
Correct. The roll I just rolled was higher, so I threw that out. The original one was a 13 on the die,
And the other one was higher.
plus 5, because I'm minus from 12.
That would be +7.
Plus 7.
Yeah, but I'm minus 2 because I'm within, I don't get 12, I get 10 because I'm within 5 feet, so I minus from 10, not 12, sorry.
Cool.
The bow doesn't give me an added 2 when I'm within 5 feet,
Right.
so it's
Okay.
plus
Cool.
10 instead of 12.
Nice.
Cool. Good job remembering
Sweet.
that. Maths,
yeah.
yeah.
Maths for sure.
There's a lot of mathing depending on how close I am.
There is a lot. Has this guy gotten hit yet? No, he is not. Cool. You did 27, is that what you said?
22.
22. Great. Still up.
I'm going to shoot another one at him, and this one is going to be 15 plus 5, so a 20
Remember, you
with
still have to roll
disadvantage, right?
with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a 20 with disadvantage.
Not a nat 20. After all the math, it's
Right.
a 20. Sorry.
Okay. Cool. Yes,
that one.
hits.
That one is 20 points of damage.
Was that sharpshooter as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude's on death's door. Went from looking fine to being really hurt. Incredible.
I'm going
nice.
to action surge and shoot him again.
Okay. Each of these have disadvantage. At any point in time, you could just take a step back if you wanted
But
to.
I would get hit from a disengage from the guy beside me, correct?
So
And him.
yeah, technically.
I would take 2 hits from both of them.
No, you wouldn't take any attack from the guy right beside you. I would argue that, like, mechanically speaking, in a full D&D raw thing, yes, it's a possibility that the hobgoblin, the red figure, could attack you, but he's not engaged with you. He's engaged with Lyra. For me as a DM, I would roll to see if he even is able to do that. But mechanically speaking, yes. But the other one you wouldn't, because you would be able to move to, where's my freaking thing? You can move to this square, and you're still within 5 feet of this figure. But you've also been rolling crazy high, so do what you're doing.
I'll do that. Let's take that step. Why not?
Cool, you got it. I'm gonna roll to see if he hits you. That was a 3. Please continue.
So let's action surge, shoot at him again. That is a... so it flashes blue. It's a magic arrow. I roll a 7, which is a miss. because it's a magic arrow, I can bonus action curve.
Okay.
Roll again for the second target, which is the guy beside me, which is going to be a 19 to hit plus 5, and he's going to take 12. He's going to take 22 points of damage.
So here's the crazy thing with this. I just realized you should be shooting with disadvantage anyways because there is a hostile creature within 5 feet of you, but I already forgot that, so we're not going to worry about that.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot. That.
Because I often forget about that. So, but here's the funny thing on that. You would have been rolling disadvantage if you were attacking the dude right next to you, but because you were aiming originally for the red dude and curving it towards the dude right next to you, I will fully allow that. That absolutely works. What's the damage on our lizard friend here?
What did I say? It was 21, I think. 21.
21. Cool. Yeah, Lyra is looking up at you with just like huge, like just anime doe eyes of like, that was so cool.
You shot 4 arrows into one guy, took a step back, and then like looped an arrow around to hit the other guy. Like just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So good.
Have you done that 4th shot?
No,
Yeah, you get one more from actions.
Yeah,
one
actually.
more shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going after the guy that's on the other side of her again. That is a 14 plus the 5. Oh wait, it's not plus 5 anymore because I'm more than 5, so it's more than that. It's plus 10. So that is 24 to hit. For 14 plus 10.
I'm going to believe you in your math, but there's no way you lost 5 from being closer. I think you lost 2.
I lost 5 from sharpshooter.
Okay. But you're still doing sharpshooter for this.
Correct.
So 14 plus 7, right?
So I rolled a 14 on the die.
Okay.
I'm more than 5 away from him now, so I get my 12 minus 5, so it's 7. So
Gotcha.
that's...
Sweet. All right, I'm going to stop questioning it now. You 100% got it.
Please do, because
Yep.
it's a lot
Yep.
of math.
Oh, you're saying please do question you. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's a
There's
lot
a
of
moment
math.
where it's like, all right, damn, Mitch. All right, fine.
I mean, I'm not offended, because it's a lot of math, and I don't know what's
Lyra
math.
points the bow right under your chin and no.
So this is gonna be so on him it's 20 points of damage.
How do you want to do this? Good lord.
I just think this arrow just kind of goes past her and snakes right into his forehead.
And there's just
And I
a
think
moment
I
where, like,
muttered,
Good.
"Don't screw with her,"
Okay.
because he's the guy that attacked her, right?
Yeah, she doesn't see anything. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that like anime sort of thing that you're like attacking everything around her and she just sees you. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Eventually on her turn, which is right after this, she's gonna turn to like attack the person that is now just full dead on the ground. Incredible. Awesome.
That must have been over 100 points. Like I didn't add them up, but it must have been like over 100 points of damage.
That is a lot. That is a lot. I love it.
It was 80, 90, it was only like 92.
Only.
Only 90.
On top of
numbers,
this,
man.
Yeah.
on top of this, Nilani has Elven accuracy, which
I
you did
haven't
not use
used
for any
one.
of that.
I haven't used a magic arrow, like a real magic arrow.
Oh my god. Incredible. Okay, sorry, let's move on. Lyra spends a total turn of just not knowing what to do. No, I think she will... She sees someone attacking a guard and goes like, yeah, that's probably not good, and is going to attack the person attacking a guard. That is... One misses. She's obviously distracted, and the other one hits. That is Bandana, who is not taking any damage yet either. Okay. Did I roll for damage on that? Ooh, full damage. Inspired. Okay. That's Lyra's turn. It's now James' turn. Things are not looking good. Also, James definitely sees Kara.
And he's still slowed, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still right. Did
Did
I
you
have
roll
to roll for
concentration?
him?
After his last turn,
Or roll to save to break
He
it.
rolled once.
then he needs to roll a second time.
Yeah, he rolls at the end of his every turn to see if he succeeds.
At the end of his turn, though.
At the
I think
end
this
of
would
his
be
turn.
his second turn since slow,
I think so too. Yeah.
because we're on round 3.
Yep. That makes sense to me. Okay, cool. So let's see what he wants to do first, then we'll go from there. Okay. Okay. Is going to roll to see if he can get this off. It's based on what? Okay, let me. Okay. Every time I roll a 12 on that. Alistair, roll me a something. Roll me a strength saving throw.
That is a 15.
Okay. Yep. Sorry. I was just forgetting. I was just having thoughts and lost in them. Okay, cool. So it can still move. It's moved. Affected target speed is halved. Okay, great. All right. As you, so that fails. So you are. You notice behind you. A dark black sort of smoky energy starts to kind of envelop like in a like semicircle behind you as about like 6 arms that are like kind of like just smoky sort of tendrils actually kind of pull themselves and like pull you back into it as you take 66 necrotic damage.
Is he casting a spell?
He is.
Can I counterspell it or attempt to?
You absolutely can.
So yes, she'll just reach out and try to counterspell as he tries to drag Alistair back.
At what level are you trying to cast it?
It's 4th level.
Cool.
That's all I've got.
Roll me that Arcana check again. This is gonna happen every time.
It makes sense.
God damn it! I rolled a 1 again.
Well, I rolled a 17 plus 6.
Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. Against all odds, or against some odds, I guess. You were able to cast this.
Yes.
So now you said at 4th level.
4th level.
Okay, cool.
So if it's 4th level or lower, it fails automatically. If not, I have
Fourth
to
level or lower.
look for it.
And this was 4th level, I believe. Hold on. It was not. You should 2 roll for it.
So it is, the DC is
15.
10 plus the spell's level, so.
It's 15.
What's my modifier? 15. What did you say it was? 15?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I just need it.
Eats it, beats it.
Incredible.
10 plus 5.
Literally having to roll 3 different rolls to see if this spell works is unbelievable. Or no, 2, I guess, but I don't know why.
It's yours to see if you can get it off with a slow.
Yeah, cool. So as you see this spell kind of coming out from this individual, Gwen, how do you counterspell it?
I think she's just gonna reach out, and again you see like the arcane text sort of flow from her arms, once again wrapped in like red flames, and she's just gonna say, "Sorry, that one's mine," and counterspell him.
Incredible. Oh my gosh. Cool. He's gonna just try to turn and run. As he is backing down this alleyway here, which I can mark for you guys if need be.
As a heads up, his overall movement speed is also reduced by 10 feet from Ray of Frost.
Mm-hmm.
How long does that last? Let him.
Until the end of his turn.
He can move like 10 feet right now.
I think it's even less than that.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 30 feet of movement speed. It's halved to 15, and then minus 10 from that.
Depends which
No,
way
no,
you
no,
do
10 from the original. So starting with 20.
20.
20
So he has
down to
10
10
feet.
would be 10.
Slowly runs away.
Good lord. You also have a opportunity attack if you would like.
Yeah, non-lethal if I can, if it gets to that point. So it's a 19 to hit.
19 hit.
And don't you get advantage since he's slowed too?
No, it's just a -2 to his AC.
Oh, okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
And that's going to be 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. This is where you tell me. Alistair also is Sentinel.
Oh, so
Right?
yet.
Yet. Cool. 8. He's still okay. He's definitely hurt, I'll say.
And now he does get to see if he saves from slow after all of
What's
that
the-
humiliation.
What's the DC?
16.
With what? Wisdom?
Oh, wisdom. Yes, wisdom.
Okay, wisdom, he just makes it. Cool. All right. Okay, cool. You guys are killing my big guys here. Sweet, Alistair, it is now your turn.
Oh, yeah, I think we're going to take 10 feet behind him and take swipes at his ankles. So the first time I want to try and shove him, knocks him down prone, right? Or trip. No, I don't need a trip.
Essentially.
That's a Battlemaster thing. Sorry.
You can. I believe you have to grapple first and then knock them down. Because shove just pushes.
Okay.
Wait, let me check on that. I'm sorry.
It's not. I want to do damage. So I'm gonna take a swipe at his ankle.
Cool.
That's 23 to hit.
You said from 10 feet away, or you're moving up 10 feet?
I'm moving up to him 10 feet.
Okay, you got it.
And that's gonna be 10 ankle damage.
10 ankle damage. Sweet. This is gonna be so stupid. Roll me a dex save.
That's a 3.
Cool. He's gonna hellish rebuke you if he can.
I cast counterspell.
Don't you fucking... I'm just kidding. No, go for it. I don't care. Everybody just jump in. He's looking really hurt too. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. So he's gonna cast Hellish Rebuke. This is at first level.
I think with that silvery barbs, I cast silvery barbs.
On his
Silvery
saving
barbs
throw?
doesn't work on a deck.
Oh,
something that
thank you.
requires the same
Yeah.
AO.
Sorry, I was trying to react before thinking.
Just leave my guy alone, okay? Actually, yeah. Kiki, they're being mean to your NPC that you made.
He'll be real mean once she tells him who he is.
13 fire damage. Are you dead? Cool. Anything else at Alistair's turn?
Yeah. I'm gonna go at his knee this time because
Cool.
he hit me. It's 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
And it's 10 non-lethal bludgeoning knee damage.
Tell me how you do this.
Yes.
I legitimately think he throws all his left leg out, his hurt one, puts all his weight onto his right leg, and just uses the club as like a baseball swing right at the knee, and just pops that knee out and drops him.
Okay. He is dropped, and I'll say because you're knocking him out, so you probably just have to elbow him or just knock the cane into his face to knock him out on that. Or he just falls down unconscious from
He
impact.
could hit his head when he falls too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Anything else on Alistair's turn?
No, I just want to make sure you said we're kind of in a little alley, so we're not out in the open right now.
Correct.
Oh, great. Cool. Then I'm just going to turn my back or face the other direction and take another step back, and just kind of bend down over the body out of view of everyone.
Oh, you want to take a step into his into
further
the
into the alley,
Cool.
Yeah.
You got it. I mean, I would say there's a sufficient amount of distraction.
Great. And then that's all of my actions, and I'm double check on the bonus action. No, I'm all good.
Okay. I'm gonna roll something here to see if they recognize what's going on. Whoa. Where were your rolls before? Okay. This one is going to bonus action, disengage and run. It's going to take a dash to get, honestly, not fully out of range, but close to it. This one does not have a bonus action, but does notice, and so it's going to action disengage and try to run off this way. Right up there. They are leaving town. This Goliath, however, what's happening to this guy? I think he's here. This Goliath, however, is going to not really know what's up and is going to continue to attack the guard here, I think. Make 2 attacks on this guy. Both hit. that guard is now out. And then raises his hammer towards the samurai. And the lizard dude, I have to roll to see. Nope, doesn't see that their leader is on the ground or in the alleyway or not around. He's going to attack Nalani. 2 attacks. First one's definitely a miss. The second one is a 27. Almost not 20.
That hits.
Oh, you want a silvery barbs that, or are you good?
Yes, I do want a silvery barb set. Thank you.
Got it.
Teardrops well out of the eyes and flick into his face.
It's not the lower of the roll, it just makes a reroll, right?
Yeah, it just makes a re-roll.
Correct.
Wait, 1 second. Wait, no, that's the wrong one.
It's just a reroll.
Yeah.
Okay, he re-rolled and rolled a nat 20.
Wait, no, hold on.
When I
thought it
saw
was
your
the
face,
lower.
I was like,
Wait a
"Man, he rolled
second.
a nat 20." Yeah.
Yeah.
You magically
No, I
discard.
think it's
That
the lower
question.
of the two.
Yeah, you have to use the lower roll, but
Okay.
in this case, it doesn't matter. But I can give Nalani advantage afterwards, I believe. Still,
Okay.
you
Target.
choose a different creature.
Yeah, creature must roll a d20 and use the lower roll. Okay, I was like,
Yes.
yeah, that
Right.
sucks. Okay, great.
Basically imposes disadvantage is what it does.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Cool. Sweet. So Nalani, you take 11 points of damage. Piercing, I believe. He's gonna stand his ground. He still thinks that there's a fight here. So that is the end of our bad guys, essentially, or seemingly bad guys. You're up. You're on deck. And then Siobhan, you're on deck.
Who's left here? I mean, there's that. Like, I'm just trying to think who seems like. I mean, obviously the guy next to Nalani is a threat. What does the samurai guy really
You saw
done
the
except like?
Goliath attacking 2 guards. So there's that.
Yeah.
The samurai dude was attacking the one that had the gold.
sack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna fly towards the guy who's in the alley.
Okay.
Because that's the last person Io told me to attack, and I don't, I having seen Nalani, I'm fairly sure he's got that.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm gonna take my full movement, 60 feet, but I was on the roof from throwing that guy, so that's probably about where I could get with 60 feet of movement, because I was actually over there having thrown that guy, like on the chimney
Right.
of that building or whatever. So
So it would have been 50 feet to even come down. You would have been coming across. So yeah, I'd say you're
Yeah,
probably,
so-
20 feet in the air? We'll call
yeah,
it.
something like that. Yep. Yeah, and I'm good. I'm just things seem fairly in hand. We'll see, but yeah, I'm just gonna move
Okay.
toward him, and that's my turn.
There's a weird sort of moment, I think, that Yori, I would like you to roll me an insight check, as you are now drawing definitely a lot more attention to this alleyway.
11.
11. You have no concept of like Alistair not wanting you to be here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll some very low DC perception checks. Yeah. Cool. Anyone who didn't really, anyone at least that is important that didn't realize there was something going on in the alley definitely sees there's something going on in the alley now. That has the vantage point. Incredible. I love it. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Cool. I love it. Io, you're up. Siobhan, you're in deck.
Just mess up Alistair's plans and simple turn. I apologize.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, you're totally fine.
It's funny because I was thinking in my head, I was like, if you dropped all the way down, you would be big enough to possibly hide what Alistair is going to be doing if he's doing anything.
Block the alley, yeah.
But
like,
you're 20 feet up, so it's just like just a beacon. Incredible.
I think noticing that, Io's gonna pop out, and then the Goliath, because I believe the Goliath's like right in front of the building that's in the centermost, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You are literally facing the Goliath. Yeah, you definitely have a shot.
Yeah, that's who I'm gonna attack.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Does a 14 hit? Or no, not 14, 15.
15 does not hit.
Gotcha. Then another one. That's not going to hit either because that is a 13.
Okay. Anything else?
I think from there I am going to basically just kind of get a lay of the land and end my turn.
Okay, you got it. Cool. Siobhan, you are up. And there's guards, or sorry, no, there's friends and guards.
So,
Siobhan, you see Harper.
Bigger things happening right now. I'm surrounded by guards. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so first she's just gonna, like, shake herself out of seeing Harper and look at the guards on either side of her and be like, oh, it looks like I learned a new trick, and cast invisibility on herself. I don't know if they get an attack of opportunity if I move away when I'm invisible.
There's no way, and if they do, it's with disadvantage. I don't think...
Because if they do, I'm going to use a bonus action to disengage. If they don't, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash towards Gwyn.
I'm going to say they don't.
They technically do, but it doesn't make sense. So
yeah, it doesn't really make sense because I think they would assume that you're especially if you're going towards Gwyn. I think they would assume that you're going south, or south as far as this map would be. So yeah, no, I think they 100%. Yeah, they go to like kind of like grab you and then completely miss.
So
great.
60 feet towards Gwyn.
There, and you are invisible.
Yep, for the next hour.
Holy cow!
With a lot of money on my back.
With a lot of money. Oh God. Anything else for Siobhan?
That's all I can do.
Cool. All right. So it is our friend's turn now. I think Harper kind of like blinks her eyes and then kind of tries to rub them, and like because now Kara's gone.
And she never knew Kara to have any kind of magic.
Right. Cool. And is going to is shaking her head out to kind of clear out of it, and then is going to decide to shoot the lizard dude. That hits. Literally 1 point away. On his last legs. Oh wait, no, he's dead. sorry. He's dead because of that bardic inspiration that dude gave her. She was able to use that on damage. Cool. Dude dead. They're all pretty much running away except for the Goliath. So I'd say on that guy's turn, I think he's gonna. Crap. What's the name of that bard spell that like traps them in an idea that they're can't get out?
Phantasmal Killer.
Doesn't hurt them. It just.
I mean, there's hypnotic pattern,
yeah.
which just sort of
Hypnotic pattern.
That one.
disorients them until they take damage or save.
Do we have anyone left here? I think it's just those two, right? The other ones are kind of running off. Yeah, I think that's it. Holy crap, gang. So we got to make sure this works. Wisdom save for the Goliath. Goliath, not very wise. Still kind of trying to fight. And that's a 10. Cool. So we will, because I'm so sorry. I do want to take a quick, let's call it a 5-minute break if that's okay. Yeah, everybody's been detained as the other two start to kind of run off, and we'll say, you know, when we come back, if there's something you wanted to try to do to attack them, you get 1 turn to be able to do that. Other than that, yeah, we'll see you in 5 minutes. It'll say 10, but we'll see you in 5.
Cool.
And we are back. So there was one thing I think Gwen, you said that Gwen wanted to do before we jump back in.
Yes. I want to move 30 feet towards the battle.
Okay.
As I'm walking, I'm telepathically telling Houston to follow the fleeing guys to see if he can follow them to their hideout.
Okay.
As in his little rat form.
They are splitting off in different directions.
Yeah, so she'll tell him to follow like the lizard guy because he seemed to be like the
lizard.
Was he when he was leaving? No, who was leaving?
So it would have been the bandana or the blue pirate. Or you could try to follow maybe the tabaxi, because I imagine the tabaxi probably tried to run.
I feel like
the scene,
she would know tabaxis can be real fast, so she'll send him after the blue pirate.
Okay.
In his little rat form.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me, just so that I can kind of keep in mind on this now. Give me a survival check for Houston.
Okay. I don't know why I rolled that at advantage because I was rolling perception. I'm gonna roll again. Okay. So that is going to be 12.
Cool. Yeah. Sweet. So Houston is now on it. Is there any limit range-wise for Houston?
Go as far away from me as he wants. I can
Cool.
only communicate with him within 100 feet. So he'll follow them to their hideout and then make his way back to Huxley's.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Love it. Awesome.
So, and I'll be able to tell if he gets poofed because the connection will flip.
Okay. Sweet. Anybody else want to do anything as the scene, but before the scene clears, we'll say?
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, nobody's looking now, I guess, except for Yori. But the guy with the cloak that I knocked out, I want to take his cloak off and put it on.
Okay.
And then do a quick rifle of his pockets, and then cast disguise self, so I look like him underneath the cloak.
Okay. Okay, cool. No investigation check required if you're just rifling through pockets that you have on. You don't notice anything. You don't find anything in there.
Okay.
I did want Io to go in the direction of where he saw Alistair go. And now with that revelation, I assume I come up after he's already disguised. So I'm looking at this thing. Looks like the guy that was knocked out. Then I'm looking down at whatever this guy looks like without a cloak. Am I gonna need to make a check to basically immediately tell that's Alistair, or would it be safe to assume? I'm thinking that some magic
just
went down
message
here.
you.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately my plan was...
It should be like, that's Alistair.
I mean, for me, the plan was the minute that I got changed or whatever, and knowing you saw me, I wouldn't try and hide it from you. Would to walk out of that alley and immediately go back towards Huxley's the way that I know how to go. I just figured people saw me beating up on people, so I wanted to look like someone else and get the fuck out of there. And Alistair knows all of like 10 people.
I think Io would also flag Yori down, and I'd say to Alistair, I'm thinking we should probably take him with us, try to get some information out of him. It could be useful.
I don't even respond. I'm turning the corner and walking back to Huxley's.
Okay, I think with that, I motion for Yori, hey, can you pick him up and try and carry him along with us, but try to be sneaky about it.
There are still 2 guards in this scene, right?
There are 2 guards that are admittedly pretty far away, but there are others that could have seen Alistair do this. And I don't.
I'm
I
more
think,
concerned
like,
with who Alistair became rather than
Yeah.
him doing this.
Yeah. But I think Alistair also, it makes sense in character of like Alistair like not knowing that this guy is important. Just that he was a part of whatever was going on here.
I mean, he was a hooded guy. You really couldn't see in the hood either. I'm just looking at, and if somebody recognizes me, I look like him underneath, and I am just ignoring people and walking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
You're muted, Mitch.
While you're sorting that out, Nalani would like to extend a hand to Lyra and kind of say, does this happen here every day? And kind of make my way to the front of her shop, which is right there. We just came out of it. So just kind of, I'm not wanting her to engage with the rest of my party, and I'm kind of sheepishly taking her back towards her shop like a 16-year-old on a first date, returning her to a doorstep kind of
Incredible.
look.
You hear her respond. I'm so sorry to the women in this group, but I rolled really bad, and this is in my head what this roll would be. Totally.
So, I think maybe can we go back in your shop? Maybe that's a good place to go.
Sure,
And
yeah.
kind of
Okay.
open the door for her and put my hand like on the small of my back and kind of
The small of your back?
of her back and usher her through the door and
It's about.
kind of in front of me and follow her into the shop and close the door behind me.
Okay. You got it. Nalani just gone. What is an important thing I think is what is Siobhan doing being invisible right now with that giant bag of money?
She would move up to Gwyn and just whisper, "We need to get the group back to Huxley's place. I only have an hour. I'm going to head that way now."
If you cast a spell, it ends the invisibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Gwen is just going to nod imperceptibly, and because she wants to give a little bit of time and she doesn't... I should roll to see if she saw what Nalani was up to.
Cool.
14? Is that enough from where she is to have seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. So she's just gonna nod. Not really pay attention to Io and Yori right now because she doesn't really want to draw attention that we're a group to the guards. But head towards the shop she saw Nalani go into.
So then after that, Siobhan's gonna make her way over towards Io and Yori.
Okay.
And see whatever the fuck they're doing with James first, and that'll determine what she does next.
Yori, at least like, if it's still with, I guess, I think he'd use a second one, but like, he's still large. And he just reached down, like, he figured that Alistair would want to hide him, but then Io said he wanted to take him, so he just sort of awkwardly reached down, picked him up, and he's like holding him by his leg, just like up in the air, like kind of confused as to what to do with him.
And for the record, your giant's might last a minute, right?
Yeah, I used another one to make sure if it lasts another minute. So
okay, still
I just
another
wanted to make
minute.
sure
But yes,
I know what it's gonna take.
It's gonna be physically impossible to carry.
Right, I won't be able to get him back. No, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This is just for the moment.
Cool.
I mean, I could carry him as small Yori, give him my strength, but still, like not like this.
It would certainly be
awkward.
Obviously awkward. Impressive for everybody looking by, but like it would be also a clear like for anybody who knows who this is, they know who this is. Like, cool. All right, so you're just holding him for right now.
Yeah, just waiting
So
for
seeing
instruction.
that, she would say, Don't freak out, it's Siobhan.
There's a voice.
His voice.
I think
least
for
it's not in your
anyone
head.
who's in character and is not doing at least a little bit of like a
Yeah.
She is
You guys are crazy.
invisible. I don't know if I want to tell you. Hold on, I gotta roll to see if she tells Yuri something.
And she's saying this not with message, because that's a spell, right? She's saying this
Yeah,
with her
no, I'm whispering
mouth.
it.
Can Io hear at all?
Yeah, you're. I mean, you said you're next to Yuri, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please don't do that.
Above a 10, I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna. That's me. This is so hard. Okay. She's gonna just whisper. Obviously, it's Siobhan. I would put him down, Yuri. You don't want to draw too much attention. It would be nice to question him. But he is the son of the Red Thorns leaders. So if you wanted to send a statement to the slavers, he could be your statement.
I am not sure really what's going on, so if you want me to put him down, I can put him down. I'm not entirely comfortable just killing someone who's lying unconscious on the ground. I don't like slavery, but you know, you could tie him up. I could carry him, but I'm only going to be this big for, you know, maybe another 30 seconds. So
if you can leave him here, we can have him send another message.
okay, I trust you. And he puts him down, and then he's
Can
going to
I,
shrink
like-
back to normal size just
So,
at that point.
With some of the ink and paper that I borrowed from Gwen to write the letters before, can I write a quick note to Hadrian and slip it in James' pocket?
Absolutely. I'm going to say while you do this, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. As the guards.
28?
28. Yeah, incredible. Absolutely. This happens. Go ahead and tell me now. What does the note say? Or do you want to wait?
I want to think about how this is worded so I can
Yeah.
message you later, if that's okay.
100%. That's totally
Okay.
fine. You, so you hear the guards yelling, "Wait! Halt! Nobody move!" And you hear the cowboy bard figure goes, "All right, guard. Well, just wait 1 second. I just hold on. I know that we have a situation here. Don't worry. I'm from the Compass. We're making this work. This will be fine. This is Harper. We're here to help. We knew this was going to happen, and is essentially giving you guys a distraction if you need to leave."
I think with hearing Siobhan whisper, he is moving. He's probably ushering Yuri along too. So he's like, "So we're not going to take this opportunity to take him, question him, milk him for everything he's worth?"
Do you have a way to convey a body across the city without being seen?
Damn, I don't.
She says that she carries a giant bag of something.
Oh, gold, yeah.
I mean, there's no way I could bring that up without metagaming. Never mind. All right. Damn. I mean, you're invisible. You ain't got nothing. Fine. Let's just hope fate smiles on us again and gives us another opportunity. Trust you. You don't need anyone to watch your six.
Not like this. I'm more concerned about Gwen and Alani. Well, I'm not really concerned about Gwen and Alani. They know the way back. It'll be fine. I'm more concerned about Alistair. Where the fuck is he?
He actually went towards Huxley's place already.
Alone?
We turned into
Okay.
this guy first.
That's not great. We should catch up to him.
Shit.
All right, so we're going back to Huxley's.
Yes.
Okay. to start after Alistair, but first, I'm going to kick the guy on the ground in the ribs as hard as I can.
Cool.
And then I'll go.
Yeah. Alistair, just while I'm thinking of it, roll me a luck check, please. So you guys are turning to leave. Gwyn, what are you doing?
I am heading in to get Nalani, so...
Cool. I do think there's a moment where, like... God, I hate to do this, especially... I don't. It's freaking hilarious, in my opinion. You hear this... you hear from the, like, shop door, like, as you're, like, opening it, you hear, like... No, okay, no. And then you... But then you gotta put your arm like this, in this way. And then when you do that, it's... Yep, no, that's good. Okay, yeah, just like that.
So, yeah, so you think I missed that shot because my elbow was a little low? Is that what you're saying
All right.
here?
Well, Gwyn, for a second, you're like, oh my God. And then you hear that and you're like, oh, okay, good.
No, yeah. I think she's going to use this opportunity. Is there shop windows?
Yes, there are. Yep, absolutely.
Okay. She's gonna let them do their thing for another few minutes. She just wants to see how it unfolds on the street.
Okay. I will say, if you let this happen for another few minutes, there's going to be another performance check from Dirt.
Okay.
From the cowboy. His name's Dirt.
I love it. Yeah. Yeah, she wants to see how it plays out a little bit from here.
Okay.
I do think that Gwyn, from where she is, and Joe, if you'll give me some latitude, so we've had much conversation, Lyra and I, before, without the rest of the group there, when we were practicing before. Nalani has clearly told her that his name is Lyran. And so Gwyn is going to overhear that in the course of conversation back and forth.
Well,
And
were
I
you saying that
believe
you
she
had
will
that conversation
recognize-
before? Oh, you're saying...
She's on the other side and can hear our conversation. She's going to hear that, and I think she would recognize that name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying that you would like Lyra to call you Lyran in the middle of that conversation.
Yes.
And Gwyn has got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that.
Oh, Lyran, you're so handsome.
Not that, but yeah.
Obviously
Gwyn knows
not
the
that.
significance of that. The rest of you don't know that information yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
That was 10 on the luck check.
Okay.
And she probably would have also heard talk about the wedding and us talking about should we talk before then? Should I come by the shop? What are you thinking? What should you wear? What colors are you wearing?
I think after a little bit, she tunes them out so she can pay attention to the street. Like, she forcefully tunes out that so she can pay attention to the street for like 3 minutes or so.
Okay,
Probably not
cool.
longer than that.
Unfortunately, Dirt rolls a 4. So listen here. Now, I just want to make sure that you understand that I am in full cooperation of the law, no matter what. And you hear the guard go, "The Compass have no jurisdiction here. Please move, ma'am. Come here for a moment, please." And he's looking at
She
Gwen.
will go out. She's gonna make a scene. She's gonna go out and look terrified.
What is your involvement in what has happened? What can you tell me?
I know is I came out at the store and everybody was shouting and throwing arrows and casting spells.
And yet you didn't leave like the others.
I tried, but somebody did something that slowed us all down.
Nice. Please roll me a deception check.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
I see. Did you happen to get a look at the culprit involved in the robbery?
You know, I think he might have been like maybe like 6 feet tall, and he had a big nose, but there was a hood, so I couldn't really see a lot.
Okay. You see the other guard come over and say, "Hey, the captain's on his way. Should probably just at least look like we're cleaning this up. Ma'am, you best be getting home now."
Really like to do that. I just have to get my friend who's hiding, and then we'll leave.
The guard that came up and like kind of nudged the other one says, "Yeah, the one that went into the shop. If you would like, I can tell them that the coast is clear."
I should handle it. I think he used hiding to his advantage, and she'll give him like a little, you know what I mean, sort of look.
That's highly irregular behavior for anyone who has been involved in a matter such as this.
You do. Young love makes people idiots.
Give me another persuasion check.
21.
21. Okay.
Or actually, no, yeah, 21.
Cool. Gwen, give me a perception check.
Hey, 15 minus 2 is 13.
Okay, cool. In the distance, you can see that there is a there looks to be several other guards that are coming. One of which seems to be on a horse, and you notice that he has some like sort of like epaulets and like maybe like just like a small sash around. You also notice that he has like a helm that is very different than the others, that you assume to be the captain of the guard. But that's as far as you can tell from this point as you see him coming. You also notice the other guards kind of like straighten up and just like start to kind of like they don't say goodbye, they don't say anything, they just walk away from you. Yeah.
I will go intrude upon Nalani.
Cool.
What was that name again? That you're
Lyran.
using?
Lyran.
She's going to poke her head in with her hands over her eyes and just go, Lyran, we gotta get out of here.
I think at this point they are maybe facing each other, holding both hands between them, just kind of awkwardly looking. Nolani's, right before you open the door, Nolani's trying to read the look on her face, like am I supposed to kiss? Like it's that first kiss, like should I do this? Like does she want me to? Does she not want me to? I don't know if you want me to roll for something to try to read the situation, or
I rolled a nat 20, so I think she just kisses you.
Okay, and I think Gwen probably comes in right then, is probably what should happen.
Yeah. Fantastic. She gives you a moment because she's a romantic at heart for other people.
Okay, so purple or like a lavender or
I think
or green.
The fletching
Chris, we're matching green. Sorry, you talk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is there a back door? Maybe we can go out right here.
We could push the wall over because the wall's, it's still kind of, it's not fully. There's a.
Can we squeeze through the side? Maybe I don't want to push the wall over. I mean, if we pushed it over, I could come back maybe tomorrow and help you put it back up.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think anyone's gonna come and buy any bows or arrows for the next 12 hours at least.
Okay, Gwen, maybe we can just go out the back right here?
Probably for the best. We should get back.
Um. Oh, this is Lyra. Do you remember Lyra from earlier in the shop?
I do.
Yeah.
And for the record, I think purple and green would be very complimentary.
Oh.
Okay, so who's wearing okay, did you want to
Yeah.
well, you look good
maybe,
in green, so
yeah.
you can I'll wear the purple, or you can wear the purple if you want to wear something different. And
I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, let's figure it out tomorrow.
okay.
I think Nolani is like walking very quickly and stiffly towards the back fence and squeezing throughout the back.
Cool.
I'm
She
gonna
waits
give
about
Lyra a thumbs up and follow after Nalani.
she waits about 30. Once you get like about 30 feet away, so you're like just at the wall, and then she goes, "Okay, bye."
Bye.
Okay. Bye. I'm gonna. Okay. And just.
Joe, you went silent.
I literally went like this and knocked my mute button. That's incredible. As you basically just awkwardly kind of like scoot away from the situation.
Ben is designing an outfit for Nalani in her head, so you get to go shopping.
Yeah, and
Next time we
Nolani
have a
is
moment.
just like looking straight forward, not looking at Gwen, like not talking, like just like very quiet, awkwardly, like
Yeah, she's not gonna say anything right now, so she can read a room.
So as you guys gather together with a invisible Siobhan, you go to try to look for Alistair. Alistair. As you are walking on the street, at this point it is dark. You're smart. You're able to stick to the shadows where you need to, and I would say you don't even really need a survival check to come back to be able to try to make it back to Huxley's place. You do realize this is the different sort of way than you would be taking. There's a certain point where you hear people kind of quietly conversing on the street. You still see there's like a couple people that are doing business in the Warrens. There's a certain point that while you're walking, you hear a distant clop, 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 and the sound of a covered carriage approaching. You notice that everyone on the street goes deadly quiet. Carriage pulls up. And Alistair, regardless of whether or not you're still walking or stopped, the carriage door opens where you are. And you see the shadow of a man inside, and a voice in your head that says, "Get the fuck in here."
How tall are the buildings that we're at?
I'd say from your vantage point right now, they're all somewhere between 60 to 100 feet.
they slanted roofs or flat roofs? Could someone stand on them with a cane and a disability?
I would say that most of them are going to be slanted.
Right. At this point, if I look both ways, does there look like there are any alleys that could get into?
Give me, I'm going to ask you this. Do you look like you're looking? Like, are you using your eyes or are you turning your head?
It this way, the cloak that I took, is it like a pullover cloak or is it something that like I can like opens like a jacket?
It's like a pullover cloak. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's like a pullover cloak.
So I think I will reach to start pulling that off, and as I'm doing that, like turning my head looking, we'll just say to the way that the carriage is pointing, because I'm not going to be able to look two directions as it covers my face.
Right. Okay. Give me a... I'm going to say either a deception or a sleight of hand check.
Deception. It's a 10.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
It's a 19.
Boy, I said get in. And with a DC of 20, you can't stop. You climb into the carriage. From our vantage point, the door shuts. Clop, 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 clop. It goes off. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. We'll see you guys next week.